Yo, what's good, everyone? Welcome back to the 2REAL4FEELS podcast, where we don't give a fuck about your feelings. Okay, that's pretty plain, cut and dry. Uh, I love my Starky ass little like in my start screen, just snarky as fuck, eating popcorn. But yo, it's been a crazy day. There's definitely a lot of stuff to dive into. But guys, we have an awesome panel tonight, man. So happy to have shit two dope ass guests. Yo, what's good with you, Meds? How you been, bro?
Doing well, doing well. Having a good week. Outside of the fire.
Oh, you cut out a little bit there.
Canada didn't want him to talk about the fires. That's what it
You
is.
word, yo. Yeah, you cut out. Can't hear you now.
Like, we can't talk about that.
Glad to see you surviving yellow air. Okay, it's like piss air out there. I got a little bit of smoke over here.
It's like a constant Instagram filter.
It literally does.
Yeah.
Pretty much. But and we also have an awesome guest being Hypnotic. Bro, what's good with you? How you been, fam?
I'm good. I'm still alive. They haven't killed me yet. Good. So
Oh yeah,
we're all
Target.
good. Target and
didn't
Bud
put a
Light hasn't
target on
sued
you.
me yet. Yeah, I'm waiting for the cease and desist. You know what I'm saying? But until then, we're just gonna keep rocking with our chick stuff out. I don't know what I can say here, but you know how it goes. We're still good. We're having fun. I'm checking out this game that you mentioned, and I also saw it on your stream. So I'm a Souls-like nerd, and I can't wait to check it out and talk about it. So
that's what's up, man.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Of course, bro. I appreciate you being here. Meds as well. Meds came through like yo. I asked him like a few hours. I'm like, yo, you said you wanted to be on the podcast, so hey, you want to pull up? And he's like, yeah, sure, man. For you, I'll definitely scratch out 2 hours, and I appreciate that since it was so last sec.
I mean, it's not like he can go outside considering what's happening.
Damn, you ain't lying.
No, it's better now. It's better now. I can see clearly now.
Oh, the
fire's
haze is gone. And we got the usual suspects pulling up. We got Ozzknot. What's good with you, fam? How you been, bro?
I felt like shit last night. I'm asthmatic, so it was really beating the fuck out of me.
Ooh, yeah.
Thank God for your purifiers. I'm in Jersey.
Ah, yeah. So you were right there, yeah.
I heard
I was
Jersey
right
got the worst.
No, Philly, Jersey, New York. Oh yeah, we all got fucked. Maroon colored, everybody. Maroon for everybody. But yeah, I have an air purifier, asthma, all that shit. But yeah, I'm alive still. Luckily.
Definitely be safe. Stay away from the smog, man. I know that you definitely got that health issues in regards to asthmatic. That's good.
And before we go on, rest in peace, Iron Sheik, and fuck you, Hulk Hogan.
Yeah,
fuck you, Hulk Hogan.
Hell yeah. That's how.
Isn't that crazy? How in the articles they were writing for Iron Sheik, they were like Hulk Hogan's nemesis. I'm like, why are you mentioning Hulk Hogan in the man's RIP article?
Because Iron Sheik literally tweeted "fuck Hulk Hogan" like 3 days ago.
No, I know. But it's not like, come on, give the guy.
He always said "fuck Hulk Hogan."
That is, but like that. The thing is,
if he could speak from beyond the grave, he would say.
That's the thing he literally would say. To be fair, but like,
he'll say goodbye, everybody. Fuck Hulk Hogan. Rest in peace. That's on his tombstone.
It's sad. We're seeing some of the greatest of all time leave us. Tina Turner last week, man. That shit fucked me up. Like, I think like 2 weeks ago. That's like my hero. And like, I'm still like sad about that shit. But yeah, we also got the Iron Sheik that has unfortunately passed away. So RIP to the GOAT. But yo, TJ, how you been, bro? It's good to have you here again, sir.
What's going on? It's another week. This is a very eventful week, actually. So we got a lot to talk about, man.
Yep. And real quick, I just want to give a shout out to Overcooked Octopus Feet for upgrading his membership and becoming a mainstream classic. Yes, thank you, sir. I really appreciate you for that, fam. And yo, KRG is just going ham tonight. He just gifted 5 memberships to the channel.
Hey.
If you aren't if you don't have the gifted option turned on, go into the settings. I think you hit the join option, and then there's like a little tab. You hit the settings, and then you turn gift membership, so you can claim a gift membership, man. KRG, you're too kind. I think you're gifting too many memberships. That's crazy to say. Thank you so much. I'm
He's
truly
the
am grateful.
He's the Oprah of gift memberships. You get a gift membership. You get a gift membership.
Man, that's disrespectful to my man's here, right? Respect KRG, bro. He's like he's Santa Claus, okay? Santa Claus, like the full masculine ass beard and all, okay? He's a fucking beast dropping these memberships down here. So thank you so much. And with that, we got Jacob Golf, new Navo, who's City Navo, excuse me, who got a membership. TGAP Steve, who got a membership. Man, you get a membership and you get a membership. Everyone gets a membership. It's green up in here, bros. Appreciate you. Yo, RC, what's good with you? Yo, we got so many homies up in here, man. Real quick, just give a shout out to Alex Receival, KRG, obviously. Ark, always good to see you. Ark just had a birthday, so happy belated birthday to you, Ark. Hope you had an amazing birthday yesterday. Much love to you. Words of Paradise, that's the man right there. A brand new one. Yeah, I misgendered him. Excuse me. That's the woman right there. Okay, from Leon to Leona. Hope you're doing well today.
It's not that name now.
Yeah, that's facts, man. That's facts. We got Livewire 4K. Always good to see you, Bob. NCPE. Let's see who else. Oh my gosh, yo, TGAP. Jason Holt. General Vague. I got to talk to General Vague the other day. It was awesome. Apparently, a lot of people were sent by Hypnotic. So yo, appreciate that. Much love to y'all, guys. Hit the like button for me, all right? If you don't hit the like button, then you look like Dreamcast Guy. That's the rules, okay? I don't want any more people to look like Dreamcast Guy than Dreamcast Guy already. So if you're here, hit that like button. Really appreciate y'all. And we got, let's see, RC Scott, as always. G! Always good to see you, G. Super Kitty, what's up? Luxury, Nostalgia. Oh, yeah, you got a membership too. Cool. Awesome, yo. Good to see you guys claiming the memberships. Definitely don't want to, have Lucy's out here, okay?
Yo, I want one of those.
Damn, did you turn on the gift membership?
I don't even know how to do that.
I think you have to hit join. If you hit join, there's like an options thing, and then you just like turn the gift membership option on.
I would free shit.
I'll figure it out.
Oh my god. Yes. But real quick, guys, we normally start the podcast by asking what's everyone been playing, what's everyone been watching, what has piqued y'all's interest as of late. We'll shoot with Hypnotic first. What you been playing, what you been watching, bro? What's piqued your interest?
Playing Diablo 4, watching nothing, to be honest with you, reading a bunch of shit, and now I'm playing Lies of P because I wanted to see. I'm a Souls-like nerd, so I'm always down for this. And I don't normally like the knockoffs. I think the only knockoff I ever truly liked was Lords of the Fallen. I really actually genuinely liked Lords of the Fallen. So I'm curious how Lies of P is. I mean, right now the graphics look really great. That's number one. Gameplay is pretty typical. So I don't know. It just depends. Like they try to mimic the feel, but it's never really quite the same. But we'll see. But yeah, Diablo 4, spamming Diablo 4 like crazy. You already know that. And basically, that's it.
We're in the Bigot Army clan. Yes, I got my homie Zach to join as well. So
actually, words of Leon is downloading the game too. I believe, and Atreus downloaded the game, but he's a little upset because the servers were down when he tried to live stream it today. So there's that. It's not a Diablo game unless the servers are down. So you got it's fun. It's a lot of fun. D4 is it's an interesting, different take on Diablo, but I'm curious to see where they're gonna go with it. They're obviously going to monetize the hell. Well, we'll talk about that later. That's what I'm playing right now.
Yep, definitely. Meds, what you been playing? What you been watching? What's piqued your interest as of late, good sir?
I've been watching. I've been watching the NBA Finals. Yo, Nuggets in 6. You heard already. You heard it here first.
Hey.
I've been playing Street Fighter 6.
Yep.
Street Fighter 6.
We're gonna get into all these topics. That's definitely topics.
Okay. So Street Fighter. We're gonna talk about Street Fighter 6. Well, just, real quick on Street Fighter 6, it's the game of the year. And I've been playing Paper Mario on the Switch. Nice. It's awesome. Paper Mario, the original from the N64. Fire.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Oh, man, that's awesome. You got the, what is it, the upgraded Nintendo subscription, whatever?
Yeah. With the yeah, exactly. That's
Gotcha.
Oh, that's
it has
cool.
the emulation. You create a bunch of save states. I save state like constantly.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. At any point, you could just save. It's not even within the game itself. It's like the overlay of the Switch that saves it at any point.
I love it. But yeah, that's the only thing I've been playing, honestly. Street Fighter 6, so fire.
Yep. Definitely, that's good. I've seen a lot of people genuinely enjoying the game, and it's good to see, man. It's good to see that finally, like, there's a good, there's games that are coming out running well day one. Obviously, you know, Diablo's server's a little sketchy, but for the most part, I've been able to get on personally, like, not really much problem besides the initial like 2 hour window launch. But Oz, what you been playing? What you been watching? What's piqued your interest as of late, good sir?
I watched Transformers, the new one.
Okay, how'd that go?
I really like it. I really like it. I think it's the best one in the series.
Dang. Okay.
That's about it. I haven't played anything besides
Nah.
wrestling, of course.
Well,
That's
you've
it.
been playing Fortnite, right? You just finished your.
Yeah, I just did that. Yeah.
TJ, what you been playing? What you been watching? Oh, what,
If anybody wants to give me Diablo 4, I'm grateful. It's a free stuff.
Oh shit! There you go. I see you. Oh shit! Yo, TJ, what you been playing? What you been watching? What's piqued your interest as of late, good sir?
An Xbox would be
So
nice.
I've been playing. So Inside and Limbo were both on sale on Steam this week. So I ended up copping that. It was like $2.70 or something like that. So I've been playing Inside.
That's a good deal.
Okay.
And in terms of what I've watched, obviously, you know, I went and saw Across the Spider-Verse. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But
no, you don't want to jump into it now?
I mean, we can, yeah.
Because no, I don't think. Have you seen it, Meds or Hypnotic?
No,
I'm not watching that shit.
Oh shit. Well, Oz, you haven't seen it either, right?
I don't care about Spider-Man anymore.
Okay, so I mean, like, I haven't personally seen it, so I can't really add to it. What are your thoughts on Into the Spider-Verse, bro?
I enjoyed the first movie, and I thought that the bar was set really high for them to be able to, you know, do that again, but they actually exceeded. And I thought the movie was incredible from start to finish. Pacing was very well done. Voice acting was very well done. The animation is incredible. They have like moments where there's like this style of like watercolors in certain scenes, and I just think that they did an amazing job with the story and how they laid everything out. And you know, the ending was incredible.
Okay.
Obviously they cut the movies into parts, so part 3 will be the last one. That's the end of the Miles Morales, you know, series of Spider-Man movies in terms of the animated style. So we'll see what happens after that. But yeah, I recommend that anybody that, you know, if you like Miles Morales, seeing how this plays out, you definitely doing yourself a disservice if you don't see this film.
Okay, that's what's up. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I know it's something that you were highly anticipating. A lot of people are highly anticipating. It seems that a lot of people do like it. There's one criticism out there that there is people think that have seen multiple references to like specific modern political movements. I don't know if that's like excessive or something that you noticed a little, you know, yourself. I don't know if you want to add to
I
that.
didn't notice it, and then once, you know, the movie was over and people saying, "Oh, these certain colors representative of this group," I didn't see that. I don't know what they're referring to. I don't. That wasn't like it wasn't directly in front of you. Like you usually something like that, they shoehorned it in to make it like a point for you to pay attention to it. I didn't really get that with this, so I thought that, you know, any type of, you know, inclusive type of rhetoric, that I didn't really see any of that.
Okay, got you. All right, so that's good. I mean, I'm glad that for some people, you know, they found it, you know, to be a little like silly. I'm glad that it didn't bother you, that you fully enjoyed the experience. But that's dope, man. For me, I have been playing. I finished up my Fortnite Battle Pass. That's a must. Okay, guys, I don't care what anyone says. I will finish my Fortnite Battle Pass, and I've been playing a fuck ton of Diablo. Like, holy shit, that game is crack. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I've been putting in time, and I'm like, shit, like level 35. So it's good. We're definitely gonna get into more of the details on it. But hey, Cannoli Sasquatch, it's good to see you, bro. He's been playing Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. A lot of people have been addicted to that game. I'm glad to see that it's dope. And Goodall says Mortal Kombat 11 is whack. I agree. Okay, Mortal Kombat 11 is fucking shit. I don't care what anyone says. I hope that Mortal Kombat 1 will do better. That's what we can hope, right? But then again, Mortal Kombat 11 sold exceptionally well for one of the worst Mortal Kombat games. Oh man. Yo, KRG, again, bro. This dude is raining fucking gift memberships, bro.
Good
Guys,
stuff, KRG.
Yo, KRG, thank you so much for the gifted memberships, man. Far too kind. Appreciate it. He literally turned the entire chat green today across 2 streams. It's been a busy day. It's been a busy day for me and KRG. So thank you so much for the gifted memberships, bro. Copa I see has gotten a gifted membership. Guys, if you haven't turned on the gifted membership option, get yourselves a free membership. Yo, straight up. Yo, Macaroni Tony, what's good with you, fam? Yes, he literally promotes constant chaos. That's KRG's deal, and we're here for it, bro. We're here for it. But guys, I guess we might as well get into let's get into Street Fighter 6. Because Meds, I've seen you constantly playing this game, like you and the homies in Red Hood Discord, Solid Cast Discord. It's been like a lot of people been having fun with it. I would love to hear your thoughts after you want all the smoke out there. You don't care who.
Absolutely. I'm a very casual Street Fighter player. I'm not a fighting game guy at all, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I got this game like just by chance. And like I said, this is my game of the year. I know it's not going to win game of the year. Tears of the Kingdom is going to win game of the year. I think that's pretty much guaranteed. It's locked up.
Wrong.
But Street Fighter 6 just brings me back to the Street Fighter 2 days. Street Fighter 2 is the only fighting game I ever really, really loved and just played the hell out of. And it's all the classic shit, but with all the modern shit that you want in it. Like the new meters in it where there's like this attack where it breaks through blocks, it breaks through everything pretty much, and just sets up whatever combo you want to set up there, a finisher, whatever you want to do. That meter is everything. Yo, I'm sorry, I'm gushing about this game because this game is the battle hub. So basically, there's this open area where you can go, and that's the online space, and everybody has like their own avatar. Everybody has crazy looking ass characters. My guy looks super generic. Looks kind of like me, I guess. Weirdo with a beard and long hair, but you just sit down, you pick an arcade cabinet. There's a ton of arcade cabinets around, and you can sit there, train, practice your combos, practice your characters. There's 2 different control schemes, and that's like controversial, I guess, in the community right now, where you can play classic, which is your standard Street Fighter, your semicircles to do all your, all your special attacks and whatnot. And then there's modern controls, which essentially just, you can hit a single button and just pull out the craziest of moves. And honestly, that's for bums. I'm talking to you, Big Mike. You're a bum. And and yeah, that's frowned upon in the community, but it's the graphics are incredible. The PC port, at least, because I'm playing it on PC, the PC port is rock solid. I've had actually, that's not true. I've had crashes. The game crashes. Okay. I'm not gonna actually. You know what? It only crashes when I stream the game to the Discord. If you're not streaming, it doesn't. Okay. It actually doesn't crash. So maybe I think it might be like an issue with Discord. But outside of that, it's fine. And you can play it up to, whatever hertz your monitor supports. If you have a 360 hertz monitor, you can play it at that. I've been playing at 120. And
nice.
Yeah, graphically it's heat. The port is good. It has cross-play, so you can pull up to the Battle Hub and just play with whoever you want to. Like if your friends are playing on PlayStation, Xbox, it doesn't matter. You just play with everybody, and it's been a blast. I've just been having a ton of fun, and this not been a fighting game in 20 years that has grabbed my attention like this one, and I suggest everybody check it out because it's fantastic.
Yeah, no, It's definitely impressive thus far. The launch has been insane. Real quick, we got a super chat from KRG. Thank you so much, bro, for the $2. Totally didn't have to. Totally raining on the chat. But he said, I am the Lord of Chaos. All right, I see you, fam. I see you. It's crazy, man. But we love the chaos. It's very entertaining. Thank you, good sir. But Street Fighter 6, man, has really just been going hard, man. People have really been loving it. It hit 1 million players in the first 3 days. Given how lackluster of a launch Street Fighter 5 was, I think that Street Fighter 6 is going to easily eclipse Street Fighter 5. It's already
it had the highest concurrent player count of any fighting game ever on Steam also.
Yeah.
So it's killing it.
It really is. And you know what? It looks like a full-fledged game. I do want to get it, but I'm a casual like you. The one character that will be like, okay, I'm dropping the dough is Fei Long, because that's my man. Fei Long's my guy. Like every time, like, I would have maybe bit for Sea Viper. I think Sea Viper is one of the newer characters she was introduced in Street Fighter 4 that I think is really fucking badass. I think she would have made me bite. The characters they do have are good, but they're not ones to make me say, yeah, I have to drop everything, play Street Fighter 6 now as a casual. But Fei Long is introduced to the game. I'm gonna bite because I can't help it. But it's good to see that people are genuinely enjoying the game. I'm curious to see how long the casuals are gonna play the game.
As a casual, I'm gonna stick around because this is like the first time in a long time where I'm playing a fighting game, and instead of getting my ass handed to me and being like, fuck this shit just ain't for me or whatever, I'm like, nah, I'm gonna hit the lab and I'm gonna practice and I'm gonna get better because I wanna get some wins off this guy who beat me. I know I can beat him later. Like I'm feeling that motivation. I'm gonna keep playing the game. The game is that good, and as a casual, like I'm gonna keep playing the game. Like it's it makes me want to keep coming back.
Gotcha. That's the best thing you could hope for. Especially with like someone who very casually plays fighting games. Like if Capcom could get a lot of the casual community to come back and actually learn how to play the game and become genuinely good, hold their own, it definitely inspired the fighting game community to grow. And I think that's a big thing that a lot of these companies have been trying to figure out how to do, is like how to grow the FGC. But here's one thing that actually came up. It's Street Fighter 6 is the second game in a month, and this is including like Tears of the Kingdom, the other game, to earn the coveted Famitsu 40. So with Famitsu, it's like 4 people that review the game, and each of the 4 people gave it a 10 out of 10. And there's only 29 games that have been given a perfect score in the Japanese magazine's 37-year history. That says a lot,
It is.
There's a lot of people that have I've seen a couple of people that have criticism of the game, and hey, it is what it is on that front if you have criticism of it, but that really is a big deal. Like Famitsu does not just fucking throw these numbers out there like that. It is pretty rare. 4 individual people each saying, yeah, this is a 10 out of 10. I mean, I don't really, to me, I don't value the game of the year, the game awards and all that shit. I think, Street Fighter 6, it doesn't surprise me that Street Fighter 6 is a lot of people's game of the year thus far. And it's cool to see, man. I'm happy to see it.
I genuinely believe Hogwarts Legacy should have won game of the year by far, but they never will because of the controversy. So it's just not going to be in the running, honestly.
Yeah,
I think it has a chance at nomination.
I don't even think they'll nominate it. I think they'll mention it, like, as for the sales that it did, because it did over $1 billion in sales. But it's just not gonna. It's never fair. Like no award show is ever fair, and it's not a game like that. If it doesn't even get mentioned, like you guys say, then I'm just like, I don't even care.
Yeah. No, I think that definitely Hogwarts Legacy is deserving of that discussion, no doubt. I think that just the fact that people genuinely enjoy the game. It it came out in working order. I know that it was a little bit buggy on PC when it dropped, but it wasn't, it's still very much playable. But
If they
overall,
had released Quidditch with Hogwarts Legacy, it should have been Game of the Year without a doubt. I think they missed it without launching Quidditch, but they did that because they wanted to launch the multiplayer Quidditch, so they took it out of that game and launched it as a separate game, or they're going to launch it as a separate game. But if they put them all together, that game would have been Game of the Year without a doubt. It wouldn't have won, but it would, in a lot of people's minds, it would have been Game of the Year for sure.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, there's still, half the year to go. The good thing with Hogwarts Legacy that has it on its side is the fact that it's getting released like 3 times in 1 year.
Right.
It came out on current gen. It just recently came out on last gen, and I think they're still working on the Switch version. So it's gonna be on people, a topic of discussion for the mass majority of the year.
Yeah.
I don't know if that plays into helping it. We'll see.
I think it does help.
Yeah,
It keeps it in it keeps it in people's minds.
definitely.
And apparently it charted too when it dropped on last gen. So
Yeah, it did. It did. There's a lot of people on last gen that still haven't
people
moved
are
up,
still
man.
on last gen.
Yeah, bro, it's disgusting. You have to separate console Kremlins. We have current gen console Kremlins and last gen console Kremlins.
You want to know what though? I don't blame people. I blame developers for that.
Yeah, I mean,
No, I blame them.
I kind of blame
they broke.
Sony for that, because everybody wanted a PS5 and couldn't get your hands on it, so that forced people to stick with PS4 for longer than they probably would have.
There's no fucking.
I mean, yeah, the PS5.
There's no exclusive games.
Yeah,
there's no exclusive
right.
worth fucking getting.
There's no
point,
games,
yeah.
but even
on the Xbox side, it's also true.
I think people would rather have no games on a PS5 than a PS4. So I think it all kind of started with the hardware and then trickled down from there. Because Sony probably got lazy from it too. They're like, oh well, I mean, we can't even get this shit into people's hands, so might as well keep it throttled for a bit. But now it's getting a little bit easier.
I think the biggest problem with the games industry over the past couple of years is we're now seeing the repercussions of developers developing games from their homes with the whole response to the COVIDs. So the reason why gaming is looking shit, either a game that's completely unpolished gets released, and is a pile of crap because it isn't finished yet, or games being in development for far longer than they should, be, because, well, all these devs at home, less gets done than, if they're at the office. We're definitely seeing the repercussions of that. I feel it. I think that, devs being at home, not doing the usual shit, I think that's really affect gaming now in 2023. So that's definitely something worth discussing. It's, at least now we're starting to see good games coming out now after the beginning of the year, where it's like Hogwarts Legacy and then what else? Everything else was a drag, but it's cool to see that Street Fighter 6 is a fucking beast of a game. I'm interested to see how lousy Capcom chooses to become as with their microtransaction practices and all that. But we'll see.
They have another event in a couple of days, another showcase.
And they keep showing this shit at events. Like, it just showed up at fucking Summer Game. Actually, you know what? No, that was like a little Capcom.
I think it's gonna be on the 12th or something. The Capcom comes another showcase.
Yeah, it is on Monday, I believe. It's the day after the Xbox showcase. So I think that they'll definitely show. Who knows? Maybe a DLC character for Street Fighter. Maybe Fei Long, my precious Fei Long. Then I'll have to.
And I will definitely say this: thanks for fucking Capcom for saving this fucking generation so far, because none of the other games, like companies, have fucking stood up and actually took charge.
Yeah.
I mean, Devil May Cry, fucking Resident Evil, and I got Street Fighter. I mean, they're not typically my type of games, but they fucking literally have stepped up to the plate.
Yeah, they definitely stand the test of time, really. Oh my god, imagine if we got Devil May Cry 6. Oh my god, I would lose my shit. That would be super hype. But
that has to happen because it sold well, like the last one.
Yeah. Hack and slash games, I don't know, man. What, it got like close to 3 million sales out with DMC5 with the re-release? I don't know. I don't know what they
the budget for that game couldn't have been that high. Like,
I don't know.
I
think
feel like
it's
it
time for
doesn't
Mega Man.
scream huge budget.
I think Mega Man needs to have his own game now.
Mega Man
Oz,
had
you're
his own
botting a
game and
little
it
bit.
bombed.
Yeah, but
You
he
know?
needs to have like a Mega Man Legends 3 or something. He needs his own fucking like
We
open
definitely
type
need
game.
more Mega Man,
I would love to see Mega
but
Man
I'm not gonna
Legends.
beg
anything.
Capcom for it.
Because he's their fucking mascot. Like he's their Mario. They don't do nothing with him hardly. It's sad.
You ain't lying. Sadly, you ain't
The-
lying.
The fucking colors of their fucking logo is Mega Man. I mean, come on, Capcom, what are you doing?
Yeah, I would love. Oh my god, yo! Anybody that knows, Mega Man Legends 2 knows that it ended off on a massive cliffhanger. Like it's such a fucking it's such a cliffhanger. It's pathetic, really. But I would love to see a Mega Man Legends 3. I'm still open to it. I hope that he would do remasters and fix the controls of those first two games because I can't imagine early 3D era games really still playing too well. But it would be cool to see. Oh my god, yo, Dragon Slayer, bro, why did Sony hack Mario's mic? He's spitting facts because you were botting for a sec, Oz.
Oh,
But it's good to have you here, Dragon Slayer. Appreciate you pulling up. But any final thoughts on Street Fighter, man? Other than happy to see it killing the game.
Street
Yeah, I've
Fighter's
been
always
wa-
going
I've
to be
been
that
watching
kind
a
of
few.
successful franchise. It's never going to change.
Yep.
thanks for all the cheeks. I appreciate it.
I've been
Yeah,
watching a
the
lot
cheek
of
the cheeks are
tournaments.
fantastic.
Uh-huh.
Cammy looks fantastic. All everybody looks great. The controls are tight. The PC port's awesome. If you want the smoke, pull up to the Discord, Cassie's
Hey.
Discord. You already know
Yeah.
the deal. Pull up to the Discord and at me. I'm there.
Yep.
And let's fight because
Hell yeah.
I'm down to fight all day.
Yo, Vince,
Let's fight
did
in
you
the streets.
Did you see the trans individual, the male to female individual on the gamer bitching about Cammy's outfit?
I saw your video on it.
A trans person
Yo,
bitching? No way.
I thought it was a
Oh,
chick
no.
at first. I thought it
Nothing.
was a chick because the camera angle that they had taken the picture for their, they're the editor in chief. The picture that they took, they managed to make themselves look reasonably feminine. But if you go on their Twitter, they're actually, male to female. I feel like the only way a dude can mansplain nowadays is if they, they transition to becoming a female. Now they want to mansplain to everyone, but as a woman now. So I feel like that's a thing. But hey, whatever, you do you. But I just found it hilarious that apparently, I guess that they were upset that they can't get, their crotch as flat as Cammy's in their leotard. So they had a problem with it. But hey, we just gonna laugh about that. It's good to see that Capcom, at least, look, with Resident Evil, they kind of cave a little bit. But at least with Street Fighter, they don't give a fuck. They're gonna include the classic outfits. They don't care what these losers, these journalists on these websites think, or the prudes on Twitter think. And I'm glad to see it. And honestly, they deserve this success based on the fact that they didn't cave here. I hope that they see that dudes want to see chicks and they want them to look good and that they should stick to their traditional outfits. Okay. Even me as a chick, if I see them cave, I see it as a sign of weakness. I don't like that shit. Women don't like weakness, guys. I'm just saying. I'm just putting that out there. So the fact that they didn't show weakness here, they didn't cave to these fucking losers, because this isn't the first time they bitched about Cammy's outfit. The more I like that. Okay, so I definitely do want to pick up Street Fighter when I do get the chance. Preferably when Fei Long is in it. I'm glad to see that it's doing well. But yeah, guys.
Stop fronting. Cop the game. Cop the game.
Give me what I want.
Give me what I want.
Give me what I want.
You know what I want. Listen. We can train together. We can level up together. Become fucking the best fighters in the world. We could be Goku and Vegeta. Come on.
Yo, I could dig it. Definitely, for sure. Oh, man. But the other game that came out the same week that people are also loving, man, is Diablo 4, man. And me and Hypnotic, we've been heavy on this game. Hypnotic,
Crazy.
man, what are your thoughts, bro? How you've been playing it? How far did you get? How are you feeling about it thus far?
I think I'm, what am I, 46? I think I'm 46, 47. I don't remember. It's good. Like it's very clearly trying to be the Fortnite of Diablo. Like it's trying to have that live service, kind of like season pass and all this other stuff every single few months. And I can. My only concern, the gameplay is good. It's definitely there, obviously, and the loot system's good, and all that's good. Typical Diablo, but they made it a little more open world, not so much randomly generated dungeons kind of a thing. And they're definitely trying to make it into something that's overly monetized. That's my only concern, truthfully. So I hope that they're sticking to cosmetics. They're charging like $25 a skin or something like that, or something stupid.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to stop there, but I hope that it stays there. But history has shown that when they start with that, it's only a matter of time before they start trying to implement something that'll give you a little pay to win. I mean, it's Activision at the end of the day, right? So they saw how much money that they made from Diablo Immortal, and that's just like an ungodly predatory game. So I'm just worried, and I can see the influences that Diablo Immortal had on Diablo 4 in terms of just different things, and that's my biggest concern. But as a Diablo game, it's good, and you can see that they're trying to make it more multiplayer focused. Like everybody's skills are buffing other players, for the most part, and you have potions that are meant to be used during dungeons to give yourself an advantage. So you can see like they're trying to make it into a multiplayer thing, not so much like a solo grind thing. Although I'm sure you can still play it like that. But overall, I mean, it's a great game. Graphically, it's good. They went back to the the darker, bloodier Diablo 2 kind of a thing, so that was good. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's fucking Activision Blizzard. I don't have a lot of faith in that company. That's the only game that I'll ever buy from Activision Blizzard, knowing how shitty they are, because I'm a Diablo shill, and I admit it. I have weaknesses. It is what it is. But I still know like this company should not be given any benefit of the doubt ever, like ever.
Yeah.
So
You ain't lying, bro. It's one of those things where I don't really like to buy from Activision. I try to avoid it. Thankfully, most of the games that they make, I just, I couldn't be fucking bothered with. Stuff like Overwatch 2, that, I wiped my ass with Overwatch after the first one.
right.
But
I think it's hilarious what's happening with Overwatch. I think anybody who's playing Overwatch 2, after what they did, it's just like that.
Yeah.
This company does not give a shit about you. It's very
No,
clear.
they do not.
And the fact that they had the balls to come out and say, oh, well, we just don't have the resources at the time to finish our promise that we initially had for the whole reason why Overwatch 2 exists in the first place. We can't do it. But hey, here's some Pride merch, so go be gay now. It's like doesn't make any sense, bro. Like, are you
Every
serious?
time something bad happens, every time they get caught in some bullshit, somebody in the cast of Overwatch is gay.
Becomes gay.
Like,
Right.
Every single time, it never ever fails.
That's their what do you call that? That's like their safety net, right? Like, oh, we're getting some backlash. Shit, throw up a trans flag somewhere, quick. It's like, come on, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah.
Every Overwatch 2 player should be up in arms right now, but of course they're not going to be. So.
Yeah, and if Doge is watching, you deserve it, Doge. I don't want to hear your whining and complaining. You deserve it.
And it's hilarious. I made a video months ago on the pansexual character they came out with in Overwatch, and I'm like, this is what they're spending resources on. So for Overwatch 2 players, you guys should really be wary, because they're choosing to make this shit a priority over gameplay and stuff. And then I had a bunch of Overwatch 2 defenders are like, oh no, they're coming out with PvE mode. They said that they're going to be doing all this stuff. This is just virtue signaling. It's extra stuff. It's not the primary. And I'm like, well, guess what? Now it's the primary. Now all you got is the gay shit. Now what are you gonna do? Now they're focusing on making all their characters have sexualities, because that's what the resources go into, not PvE mode. That's too much time. That's too much effort.
Yep.
Crazy.
Yep. But hey, there'll be those people that keep rewarding, mediocrity. And who knows? Diablo 2 could go down the same route. Who knows? By the end of Pride, the entire Diablo atmosphere will become rainbows and unicorn vomit and farts.
I'm honestly surprised that's not a thing. I was fully expecting to boot up the game and like the main town have some sort of trans flag somewhere. I was expecting it, but there's nothing in there, surprisingly.
And everyone drinking Bud Light.
Bud Light and then shopping at Target somewhere, but no, it's not happening apparently. So far Diablo's not gay. But it's only a matter of time.
Oh, don't
Pretty
worry.
much.
It
Is this
will
the
be.
boss that kicked your ass, Cassie?
Come.
Oh god, I'm gonna have to fight this thing.
Damn.
I don't know
Oh
what
shit.
this is.
Uh-oh. I didn't even get there. I died before I got there.
Everything's a puppet. Anyway, continue. I'm just gonna go die now.
No, you're good. Have fun dying. So for me, I'm not really, I like dungeon crawlers, but I've never been serious about playing one. I casually played Diablo 3. I casually played Diablo 2, the remaster, whatever it was, and I enjoy them for what they are. Diablo 2 more so because I like that gritty looking atmosphere, but it's like it's definitely a bit of a dated game. And oh my god, if you stop playing Diablo 2 for like a week and then you go back to it, you're like, where am I supposed to go, and where is that located? So like on that, it definitely doesn't hold your hand, so you have to consistently play Diablo 2. But Diablo 4, it's pretty like cut and dry. They let you know where to go. You don't really have like, it's definitely modernized. Maybe it's too easy for some people. Overall, I'm just a dummy. I don't really like to look up metas and all that shit. So I just been picking what I think works best for my character, or just taking a shot. Because hey, if you're set up the way you set up your character sucks, you can just pay the gold and go back and respec your character. So I'm like, I'm just gonna do it my way, and if things work out, hey, I'll get far in the game, and if shit goes south, then I'll have to re-strategize my setup for my necromancer. And so far I've been doing good. I'm like level 37, I believe. I've been streaming it a lot. I try to do like side missions offline and trying to actually stream like main mission stuff on Kick mostly. I streamed a little bit on YouTube as well. I try to definitely, go between the two. But I've been enjoying it. I love the atmosphere in the game. The atmosphere is so damn good. I'm so glad that we're getting back to like games that look dark and depressing.
Right.
That's what I'm hype about. Everything has always been super colorful, and
Um,
sometimes I like those games. Don't get me wrong, but like I want games that actually like I feel like I'm immersed in this world of darkness and depression and death and blood. That's what I want.
I have a
Oz, were
question.
you gonna say something? Shoot.
Is this do you think Pass the Exile 2 is gonna put a damper into that game because it's free to play and Diablo isn't?
So Path of Exile is an interesting case because though, like, I will say that Diablo 4 is very accessible to dummies. I'm a dummy playing dungeon crawlers. It's very accessible to me. From what I do know about Path of Exile, it's for like hardcore dungeon crawler players. Like, if you don't know what
It's
you're
a
doing,
min-maxing game. Yep.
yeah, if you don't know what you're doing, you will be fucked raw. Okay, that's pretty
lube.
much what it is. So they're definitely for two different types of fans of that. If you're just casually playing, I'd say like Diablo 4 is better for you. Maybe Diablo 4 will help you learn the mechanics that you need to go on to maybe Path of Exile and play that. Hypnotic, what you think of Path of Exile 2? Did you happen to check out the showcase and see the announcement for it?
No, I actually didn't even know that was even becoming a thing. But you
Yeah.
you are right though. Path of Exile is definitely more for someone who is a min maxer, like someone who is all about that extra +1 damage kind of a thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's not for your casual dungeon crawler kind of person, and it's not if you don't put the time to understand. I didn't know what the fuck was going on in Path of Exile, and I am pretty hardcore in the action RPG scene. So the
But
fact of the matter is that game is nuts.
Yeah.
Well, what if they made it more accessible and just make it more just easier to play? Do you think it would push Diablo to go to free to play?
No.
I don't think it'll
It's
ever push
Activision.
Diablo to go free to play because Diablo has that fan base for decades that just will
Yep.
always, like me. Like, I fucking hate Activision Blizzard, and I bought it day one. So it just goes to show, like, if I'm gonna do something like that, there's probably thousands of me that will do the same thing. Unfortunately, as much as I hate to admit it.
What do you think?
Um,
What do you think would push them to go?
I don't know because I don't really know if Diablo even considers Path of Exile to be competition in the way that it'll make them have to go free to play. That's a lot to go free to play. That's really like you gotta be hemorrhaging players, and I don't think Diablo's ever quite at that point.
I think the only way I think
Diablo.
I think the only way Diablo would go free to play is essentially if people embrace the whole phone game format on the console or on PC. I think if people embrace that shit, if they were dumb enough to accept that, oh, this is the way gaming's gonna be, it's the same way like it is on mobile. then I think that they would go free to play and just have microtransactions up the ass.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think that would essentially
I
be
think
all the way.
Path of Exile is Path of Exile is making their money where they know how to, right? So I don't think they're necessarily trying to force Diablo's hand. I think they are taking advantage of the market Diablo's not in, which is truthfully it's cheap people that don't want to, like, a lot of people want to play a free to play game, and then it'll be supported by the couple of whales that are going to spend thousands upon thousands of dollars to get whatever in those games. And look at Diablo Immortal. You know what I mean? Diablo Immortal is free to play game that made $100-something million in the first month or whatever. It's fucking stupid. So those kind of games, they're not trying to replace the paid model. They're trying to run alongside it, in my opinion. That's what they're doing.
Just what I had.
Yeah, because you don't buy games. You fucking bastard.
Because it's in like some sort of right. It's the only kind of like competition that he would ever like possibly ever have.
I mean, they are competition, but they're for two types of audiences in that.
Yeah, it's like the closest competition they're ever gonna have, even though they are two different types of games. One's definitely heavily like inspired by Diablo, of course.
You can say it's probably the only competition they'll have, but I just don't even know if they actually view them as comp. That's the problem. Like they're like, all right, Path of Exile is taking the free to play market. You know what so here's what I'll say. I think Path of Exile, Diablo's response to Path of Exile was Diablo Immortal, not Diablo 4. If that makes sense. I think they were trying to acknowledge competition through that game more so than, hey, let's just change Diablo 4 to free to play, because they knew people like me were going to buy it, so they're not going to change that. That was their response, in my opinion. So
and the Nobody Says Path of Exile requires at least 12 hours of college master classes in just skill trees alone.
No, it's true. It's true. And then you have items giving you skills too, and it's like, what the fuck? And it's a lot of shit.
Yeah, it is. But
so Diablo is like a more like simplified version of it then.
It is, but Diablo 4 has a lot more going for it right now, in terms of complexity. They definitely didn't make it simple. Like D3 was really simple. D3 was super simple. D2 was pretty complicated. So this is like a mix between the two. Anyway, sorry, Cassie, go ahead.
So G brought up a story that I did want to bring up. He said, I heard someone had their character deleted on Diablo 4 when they reached level 100. So this is indeed the problem with, games that are always online, man. And the first person who essentially reached level 100 in the game, they're, the first Diablo 4 character to reach hardcore level 100 has died after a disconnect. The 82-hour playthrough has ended through no apparent fault of the player. So they had it on, the permadeath.
Yeah.
And
so when you die for real.
Yep. So
well, not IRL, but you know.
Well, here's the problem with that. So that's why I don't like hardcore, because it's an online game, like Cassie said. So you're leaving your entire playthrough up into the hands of the server gods, and it's been proven that, especially now during launch, the servers are trash. And the problem with this is that if Blizzard decides to say, all right, let's reinstate this guy's character, now you're gonna have every fucking whining kid complaining about how he died in hardcore, requesting for his character to be restored. And if you don't do it, now it's gonna look bad on your part as Blizzard. So they're kind of like in a catch-22. Do you restore this guy's character knowing that it was your fault, or do you just say, well, that's hardcore, it is what it is, roll another one? It's not gonna. I don't think they're gonna do it.
If he has like hard evidence and like actually saying, hey, I have a good case to work against him, like, okay, not to let everybody fucking do it, but he actually has proof and evidence.
But you think Blizzard's gonna want to invest any sort of resources into cases about hardcore deaths? Like, they're not gonna want to do that.
Nope.
They're not gonna want to do that.
They don't care. They're
gonna get stuck in a lawsuit.
Look at their response to Overwatch 2. They just simply said, we canceled the PvE mode and we don't give a fuck what you think. So to think that, Blizzard would actually care, despite permadeath, meaning, your entire playthrough is getting yeeted and it wasn't even your fault. This is one of the main reasons why I don't mess with permadeath. First of all, I just hate the thought of my time being wasted in general, even if it's my fault. And if it isn't my fault, and I got hit with permadeath because, well, the server disconnected. I would probably, and I have not done this, I would probably break my controller and my TV and my monitor and maybe even my PC if I spent that amount of time, got to level 100 just to get hit with a disconnect and my playthrough get fucked. So I'd rather avoid those scenarios in which I delete all of my technology from my room. So that's just me personally. That really sucks for that dude. You know, I think we all understand from a gamer perspective how fucking painful that must be, even
It
if
is painful.
we ourselves haven't been through it. Yeah.
You remember when PlayStation had that blackout with PlayStation Online?
Yeah. There was a
Yeah,
So
couple
I
of
think
them actually.
yeah. So when that happened, I think something happened along the lines of like my data was corrupted. So like everything that I was playing in regards to Half-Life 2, Infamous, like all of my save data had gone due in the midst of that outage. And because the cloud was gone, I couldn't get back my saves.
Oh my god. Sorry.
So I know the pain. I know that pain. I'm still hurt
Yep.
to this day because of it, as a matter of
Ugh.
fact.
That's right. He cries every night.
I was playing Half-Life Part 2 and I was in the middle of I was playing Half-Life 2 Part 2 and I was like halfway through the game and it completely corrupted and it's gone. Like
That's
I can't.
terrible.
So yeah,
Damn.
I'm sad right now.
Yeah. Damn. My sincerest regards to you. Your save data. Oh god, your family and your friends, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That does suck, man. But yeah, I do fear for situations like that, or the whole always online scenario. I always believe in options, man, and a game being always online is not a very good option. Games that are always on, I like to collect physical media. If a game is an always online game, I don't bother buying a physical copy because what is the point? It is just as soon as those servers are gone, it's a wrap. So for me to have a physical copy of stuff like Call of Duty or even Diablo 4, it's meaningless. It is so meaningless. But I mean, look, honestly, I've been really enjoying Diablo 4 thus far. I've had very minor issues, like the first 2 hours was tough to get in on PlayStation 5 side of things. There was one time where my game froze, and it wasn't that the system itself froze, the game just simply froze. So I just closed the application, relaunched, and I was right back where I had left off, which was good. So despite a bad situation occurring, the best thing that could have come of it happened. um I like the necromancer character. I think that they have some cool moves. My biggest complaint from a gameplay perspective is that being that I'm playing using a dual sense, I would have liked for there to be like dual sense rumble features when you're using like specific, bomb attacks and stuff. That would have been nice. Every time I like hit a bunch of enemies with a bomb attack, it's just like, damn, like I was just like, damn, if only the controller had like actually, like a specific rumble feature that actually felt like an explosion, that would be cool. But
Wait.
unfortunately,
Wait, are you playing on PC?
I'm playing on PS5.
Oh wait, so
I
you're
won't.
playing on PS5 and there's nothing specific in regards to like haptic feedback or anything?
Nope.
That's kind of crazy.
Yep. Yeah, you figured that would be like a no-brainer, right? Like, the fuck?
Yeah, that's a layup. I don't understand why they didn't do anything in regards to that. Like that's the whole point of them making it like making a big deal about it during their showcase. They wanted developers to utilize the haptic feedback that the controller has. I don't understand.
Yep. Unfortunately, man, I guess lazy development. I don't know. I can only hope that they'll eventually, implement that feature, but I highly doubt it.
It's crazy. The only fucking game to implement that's a fucking Sackboy game. The best game to do that with.
Sackboy or like Astrobot?
Astrobot, I'm sorry.
No, yeah, that's like the best implementation of that feature.
That's like the only time I ever like actually felt it like being useful. After that,
Fucking
another game.
best PS5 exclusive, Astrobot.
It really is. It really is.
That'd be the only one at this point.
Ooh, Sailor Mercury playing Diablo 4. Servers finally let him in. Good. Glad to hear it. But yeah, some occasional server issues. I got caught waiting like 5 minutes the other day to get in, which I mean is a bit of a pain in the ass, especially when you're on like a a tight schedule. I got an hour to play, so let me jump on Diablo. Oh wait, I gotta wait 5 minutes. So like on that front, it did kind of suck. Man, bro, don't. I thought you was a pony, bro. I thought you was a pony, man. Bring in here Xbox. What is it, Xbox Commander? No, I'm playing with you. The haptic on Astrobot can be a little bit extra. It's a short game though, so. But it's good to see you, man. Really good to see you. Hope you're having a good day. What else? What else with Diablo? Overall, I really do like the game. It is genuinely a lot of fun. The fact that it has crossplay, it doesn't matter what platform you're on, just share each other's BattleNet. And the reason why I wouldn't get the game on PC is because I don't want to download like godforsaken BattleNet launcher on my PC.
Yeah,
but
I don't blame you.
It is fucking doo-doo. That's the one launcher I will not fuck with. I have the EA launcher. I have the Ubisoft launcher. I have obviously Steam, Epic Game Store, only because free games, really, mind you. But yeah, that's one launcher. Yeah, that's one launcher you can't get me to download. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I won't download it either.
Yep. So for that, I'll just leave it to PlayStation. It's good to have options, guys. Okay, I love options for this reason specifically. But I'm curious to see how fucked up this battle pass is going to be, because obviously nothing can be fresh cut spring roses with Blizzard. I feel like the battle pass is either going to have some fucking weird gimmicky BS to it, or it's just going to suck. It's going to have stuff in it that nobody cares to have. And it's kind of indicative of a lot of these like battle pass oriented live service games. I'm hoping to be wrong. Blizzard, you're welcome to prove me wrong, but I feel like I won't be.
Oh shit!
I haven't looked into any specific details of the battle pass yet, but I'm hearing that I don't know when is it coming out. That like there's no details that I know of. I don't know, guys. I'm concerned with the battle pass, but so far I've enjoyed it. I'm looking to try to get to obviously finish the story. That's the main goal right now. I think I'm like level 37ish if I'm not mistaken. But I enjoy it, man. It's like you're just like in your happy place, just playing through the game. So a good game with a good gameplay loop that's very addictive. I can't complain. Oh my god. G says the battle pass comes with a non-binary character mode.
Don't even joke like that, because that's gonna be a fucking thing. Watch.
Oh
They're gonna have like the trans flag as an option that you can wear on your back or something. Watch.
Yeah, and it comes with a rainbow dildo. So what's the next thing?
All right, guys.
Plug for everybody. Here you go.
Oh my god. Let's get into the Liza P demo, because
Okay.
Liza T. Cool.
Oh my god, what of transgenderism? I mean, what? But we see Hypnotic playing Liza P right now. He's definitely grabbed your attention, sir. But TJ's also played it. Meds, I think, has played a bit of it himself, and I have played some of it. I got my ass absolutely massacred by one of the bigger police characters. I don't know. I suck at Souls games.
I know what part you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. I got wrecked. I'm like, oh well, I gotta go feed Ziggy and warm up my pizza from New York that I got. But guys, what are your thoughts on this Liza P demo?
I call it Lies of Bloodborne. So as someone that frequents Souls games here and there, I'll say that the timing of when you press a button and when you actually get an input, like when you do the input versus the action of the animation, whether it's an attack or you do a strong attack, I don't know, it's just weird. Like it seems like to have like a delay. I don't know if it's an old build or I don't know exactly what's going on in terms of that. I think it's a decent like demo so far. Like it runs beautifully on PC. I will give them credit for that. Like it runs extremely well.
Yeah, it does.
I think I like the atmosphere that they have is solid. Like I see the aesthetic is cool. They give you 3 options in regards to if you want to have balanced you want a balanced type build, or you want to go strength. I forgot what the middle one was called.
Dexterity.
Dexterity, thank you. And I think, just those three options in regards to the demo makes sense. You don't want to overwhelm anybody that might not be familiar with any Souls games, but I think overall it's a decent demo. I would not be purchasing it day one, but I'll definitely get it on a sale.
Okay, that's what's up. So TGAP Steve is asking, how many deaths does Hypno have in the game
3.
so
Leave me
far?
alone, T-Jab. God damn it, 3. He likes
Let
to
this
count my
man
deaths,
live.
man. I swear.
Oh shit. Yo, John,
Yeah.
what's good with you, bro? Hope you're doing well, fam.
What's good?
But yeah, for me, look, I suck at these games. Visually the game looks very nice. It's a very pretty game. The fact that you have to hold B to run is just like, huh? That was very weird to me.
I mean, that's standard in Souls games, so that's not
Yeah.
like out of the realm of like what people are used to.
Yeah. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I don't really have much to say. I got the shit beat out of me. I like some of the enemy designs that I saw. I thought they were pretty cool, but spamming like the same one could have at least given us a little bit more of a variety of enemies. At least like the smaller minions, I guess you would call them. That would be nice. Or maybe they just don't want. Then they would have to develop different animations for how they fight. So maybe they just didn't want to do that. I don't know, but it's cool that they put out a demo to give people, that figure out if they even like the game or not. The game is a lot like a Souls game. I've tried them. I've gotten my ass kicked in all of them, and this one's no different. It definitely gives me Souls / Bloodborne vibes. I think the only thing, I think Sod said the only thing that this game has over Bloodborne itself is the frame rate.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, he
man, but
definitely didn't. He didn't love it, but like, I get it considering how much of a like he put so much time into Elden Ring, so his standard is set very high in regards
yeah.
to any Soulsborne games. And he's saying like he said that out of all of the knockoff Souls games, this one seems so far to be one of the better ones that have come out.
Yeah, there's oh my god, me and Hypnotic were just talking before the podcast started that there's so like it's crazy how like Soulsborne is now like a subgenre of gaming.
It's
There's
amazing, really.
so crazy how many knockoffs there are nowadays of like these Souls-like games. But what are your thoughts are thus far, Hypnotic? You've been playing it for a little bit. You've been kind of into it. What are your general thoughts?
It's pretty good. I do see the delay thing that I don't like. It seems like you get animation locked a lot, which I hate. I don't really know
Yeah.
if there's a way to cancel animations or anything like that. I don't know if they're that, in depth, but the setting is fucking awesome. The setting is really, really cool. Graphically, it's awesome. I like the whole setting. I do not like this fanboy shit going on here, without a doubt, with the fucking freckles on the face and everything. I mean, I'm just like not for it. But aside from that, the gameplay's cool. It does seem overly simplistic right now, but again, I have no like I don't know if there's any skills or anything that you unlock later in the game. I'm playing dexterity, so I guess I'm like the fast one or whatever. Which makes me really worried because if I'm animation locked on the fast spec, I can only imagine what like strength is, which is I'm assuming the slow one.
Yeah.
But graphics are good, plays really good, frame rate solid, gameplay's pretty solid for the most part. Aside from that lock thing, I do like the way the enemies look. Obviously, you're fighting a bunch of puppets. It looks like all the enemies are puppets. And yeah, I mean, it's not something that I'm gonna be like. I don't think I would buy it day one. Obviously, I'd probably wait for a sale. But I do think for all the Souls-like games, whatever you want to call it, that I've played, this is so far probably one of the better ones. But it just depends on how in depth it actually goes. If it stays basic like this for the entire game, then it's not going to be that great. I don't think it will,
Yeah.
but that's not going to be that great.
Yeah,
So
definitely would like to at least get some more details on how the game turns out in the long term. But yo, real quick, what's good with you, struggle gamers? Always good to see you, bro. Hope you're doing well on this Thursday night. Hope that the Summer Game Fest got you excited about something. But
They
yeah, I
also
mean, look,
made repairing your weapon a thing too. Like I don't know why that's
mm,
like a mechanic, but like the bar at the bottom right, that apparently is your weapon durability, and you have a grinder that you can activate that'll repair your weapon. So if your weapon breaks mid battle, you got to stop to repair it. That's kind of annoying. So I don't know. Just depends. I'm not fully sold on it yet.
yeah. Um, Iman is asking, is Liza P demo on PS5? I think it might be. I didn't
Yeah, I
get a
think it's on
chance to
everything.
check. Yeah, I believe so. I didn't get a chance to check for myself, but I think that it is.
Yeah, it's on everything.
Hey, appreciate you popping in, Struggle. I definitely be watching Struggle on his live streams on Twitch and Kick. He's a funny ass dude. He's definitely an entertaining guy. So shout out to the homie Struggle. We gotta have you on sometime, bro. But oh, okay. Sailor Mercury's downloading on PS5 now. Okay, cool. Hope you find something fun about it. I don't really have much to say. I'm garbage at these sort of games. It does remind me of Souls like games, so I guess they managed to accomplish that since that seemed to be like their goal. In some ways, I'm hearing too much, at least from Viper, who has he could break down mechanics fairly easily and really just explain a lot of things outright and expose things. So definitely letting him play some of your keys probably isn't the best thing. I'm just saying. But real quick, what is good, Admiral Teague? How you doing, bro? Hope you are well. He says, "Hey, Triple C and panel. Oh man, it's good to see you as always, good sir." But yeah, I don't know. Any final thoughts on this? I won't be getting this. I normally kind of support like the OGs with Souls games. I suck at them, but I do support because as long as they hold true to the fact that they will not cave to these journalist pussies on all these websites by adding a difficulty. If they do not cave to these fucking assholes, then I will continue to buy their games just to shut down the haters. So that's a thing. But any final thoughts on Liza P?
I like the difficulty so far, so I don't know if the journals are gonna be happy with this one. I don't know if it actually has an easy mode. It probably will, but hopefully it doesn't. And overall, I think it's solid. I think it will be a fun game for someone who may be looking to experience a Dark Souls game without Dark Souls. I don't know why you would want to do that, but if that's what you want to do, that's what the game's for. It's definitely more Bloodborne though. It's not more Dark Souls. It's more Bloodborne. So if you played Bloodborne, you should know. And that's it. Hopefully, I can kill this guy before the stream's over. And yeah.
We'll see. We'll definitely keep watching you take L's. No, I'm playing. But all right, guys. So next up on the list of discussions is that, look, man, I think everyone had come to the conclusion that the PlayStation Showcase was ass, and automatically everyone was like, "Well, now we have to make sure we compare it to Xbox's Showcase." So,
fucking got him. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
no, you good, bro. Hey, good shit, homie. Nice. But look, man, a lot of people, me personally, I noticed that, Xbox has acquired just about every fucking buddy. So that means there's a lot of games that we're all waiting on. What are you guys looking forward to with the Xbox Showcase or hoping to see or whatever have you? Do you think that this is going to be better than the PlayStation Showcase? Oz, kick us off, bro.
Oh, fucking crap. I'm going to listen, folks. I'm going to go with really low fucking expectations at this point in time.
It's not a bad decision.
All these fucking game developers have fucking failed this, except probably like Nintendo and Capcom. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I'll listen. They need some big games. This is all or nothing for these motherfuckers. They need to stop shitting down their legs and actually put on some games that actually worth playing. Listen, I love Game Pass. That shows you how fucked up this company, right? The only thing that gets me excited anymore for fucking Microsoft is just Game Pass. It's like, hey, I can get free shit because half these games are not worth playing.
Bro. That's what gets you excited about modern day gaming. Forget
free.
Excited for Xbox.
Oh,
you just don't want to pay for anything, you cheap bastard.
Yeah, free 99. That's what it is, baby. But there is some games that I wish they would just fucking stop. You have a lot of fucking games under your fucking seat. Show them. I know you have them. Phil, that's right, you big potato head bitch. Show them. Show them.
I mean, look, there's one thing.
Listen, can I not get off my chest? Because people, I'm never going to talk about this fucking game, and this game better not fucking be there. I don't hear no mentions it. You've been exiled to Sucky Land. Go fuck yourself down. I want to hear no. I don't want to hear no fucking updated version of fucking Red Fart. I don't want to hear nothing about it.
I don't want to hear that.
It better not be there. And I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear about it. It's dead. God, rest in peace.
The only time you could talk about Redfall during this Xbox showcase is if you're announcing that you're officially delisting it and it is never going to be played ever again. That's the only one thing I would accept.
I would stand up and applaud if Phil Spencer opens up the fucking thing and goes, oh yeah, by the way, welcome to the Xbox showcase. And the whole fucking development team's behind him. He's like, oh yeah, by the way, you're fired, everybody. Let's have what I saw.
No,
this
obviously, bro, you are being so goofy right now. Of course, that's not gonna happen.
But it would be amazing. Everybody would fucking applaud him and have respect for him again.
No, because but to be fair, it isn't even the devs' fault for that.
Fuck him.
That
No,
game
it's his fault.
The thing is, under Bethesda, that game had no direction at all. That's what we've gotten from like the reason why Redfall failed. The game had no direction from its management.
Do you know who I blame the most though? The person who I blame the most? The fucking potato head in charge. It's his. It's your fucking.
Yeah, he should have recognized this game was fucked.
Xbox, you are Xbox. You are the man in charge. You are the man in charge. Reggie would have fucking apologized. He would have fucking at least said something. He would have had to do the same thing as you do.
Yeah, like you have to actually look at these games and come to the realization, oh yeah, this ain't seeing the light of fucking day. This is a pile of dog shit.
He should have looked at it and said no.
Yeah, facts. No. I mean, that game was not released. It escaped. Okay, that is just the reality of Redfall. The fucking game escaped. There's no reason why that game should have ever been released. It is so bad. It's just, I don't understand how they thought that was even remotely acceptable. Real quick, guys, shout out to Admiral T. Thank you so much for the super sticker.
Another thing, like
the little badass lemon here. I see you, bro. I appreciate the $2, fam. Thank you so much.
I'm tired of seeing pipeline fucking games that don't come out for the next fucking 5 years from them. Like, what was that? The fucking Crossfire, they hyped that game up for fucking ever. Came out
Hellblade?
Dog shit.
Hellblade's been developing for how long now? It got announced.
We need a release date.
Hellblade 2 got announced before the Xbox Series consoles even dropped.
They need, and I know. They need another shadow drop. They need another fucking shadow drop.
You think that's gonna happen, bro?
That's not going to help.
They need it. Oh yeah.
It's not going to help.
It's going to get people to get fucking Game Pass. They need it. They fucking need some form. It doesn't got to be a big budget project. It doesn't got to be the fucking. It's got to be something.
But
small.
nobody look. When it comes down to Hi-Fi Rush, it's a great game. It's a great small game. It feels like an indie game. Obviously, it wasn't developed by an indie studio, but it feels like a badass indie game of the year sort of game. But you can only pull off lightning in a bottle once. That is not the core of their issue. They need to work on having a consistent release of their big budget titles that have been in development for how fucking long now. We need a consistent release schedule that's a release schedule that isn't a lie. Because as far as I'm concerned, since the Series X has launched, all their release schedule games have been fucking lies. They were saying all these games would be released, at the particular times. All these games got delayed a year. Redfall got delayed over a year and still came out broken as fuck, a trash bag. I mean, look, I'm not here to bitch about Xbox, because there is a good thing that actually came out today, and it was a leak. And that leak was that Persona 3, I believe it's called Reload, It's coming out early 2024, and it's a Game Pass game. That's a big deal for Xbox. You know, a lot of people wish that Xbox would have more, you know, JRPG games, or just basically Square Enix has abandoned the Xbox, and that really hurt them from that perspective, because, you know, a lot of Eastern style games, that it just means that a lot of their like bigger titles, Square doesn't release their bigger, you know, Eastern titles on their platform, and that does suck for Xbox. You know, it'd be cool if Xbox had Final Fantasy VII Remake. You know, it'd be cool if Xbox had Final Fantasy 16. You know, these are games that would be cool on their platform, but they don't have that. So they're just gonna say, well, fuck it, we'll get Sega's games instead. That seems to be their game plan now.
Because they're gonna have Final Fantasy 6 eventually. It's a time exclusive, so they'll have it eventually.
I don't know, not their major releases. They'll put their little like remasters or their mini remakes. Like, I know that Final Fantasy 9 is like the worst kept secret in gaming, and that's supposed to be getting remade. I think that'll be on Xbox consoles because that's a smaller game. But I don't see Final Fantasy 7 ever coming to Xbox. I don't really see Final Fantasy 16 coming to Xbox. It'll come to PC.
The game that I really want to see, though, they listen. You don't have to have a fucking don't talk about. I don't hear about a release date, but just show us how far in the process are you. Show us fucking Fable. Show us Fable. Show something.
But here's the
anything
thing.
better than nothing.
So, you know, Aaron Greenberg has been hyping up this showcase and saying, like, basically all his hyping is just taking, you know, jabs at PlayStation. Like, oh, well, you know, our games are going to have, you know, at least in-game footage and not just CGI trailers. All these things that he's been saying is just taking jabs at PlayStation.
By the way, they said the same shit last year.
I don't give a fuck about that. Actually, what they said when they first showed off gameplay for Starfield, what they said at that showcase was actually more compelling than what they're saying for this showcase. The last showcase where they showed off Starfield specifically, they said all of our first-party games have gameplay. So when that showcase happened, though, guess what? The gameplay was ass. The gameplay was legitimately bad. That's the problem. So when they're just telling me, oh, you're going to see a lot of in-game footage here, to me, that's technically a downgrade than compared to the last time they showed off Starfield in that particular showcase. Like, they can't just show us gameplay. It has to be good, compelling gameplay. You need to have compelling games. So Fable, like, from what we've heard, the rumors are that game is in development hell. And that the game is becoming smaller in scale because of the engine that they're making the game on. And this is the Forza devs that are using their engine to make Fable. So are these rumors true? I don't know for sure. Obviously, we won't know until, you know, we get more info on the game at least.
But of all the developers that they fucking have, I trust them the most out of all the development teams that they've had.
They've been the most
consistent. People who make Forza. Yeah. Because Forza is probably besides Halo, Gears, and fucking actually, I'd say it's probably the most successful out of even Halo at this point, because Halo's not what it used to be. It's not. I actually would think the Forza franchise between the two different types of games, it's a bigger, more important game.
Oz, what is the game? The game that no matter what else that they showed. What would be that one game that if they showed at that showcase would make you say, I loved this, even if everything else was like shit?
Oh, motherfucker, listen. Double Fine. Motherfucker, I've been begging you for fucking years, Double Fine. They own Double Fine, right? Since Jack Black, they own Double Fine, right?
You mean Psychonauts?
No.
He's talking about Brutal Legend.
Brutal fucking Legend 2. Jack Black is fucking hot as fucking lava right now because of Bowser.
True.
Make Brutal Legends motherfucking 2. I would fucking cry. That's the game that's would shed me of a man tear. I've been asking for these motherfuckers for fucking ever for this game.
Yeah.
I don't care. Listen.
You're a metalhead. You love that shit.
I'm a metalhead. But better have fucking good music. But if Jack Black has to be the main character.
You know,
Yeah.
imagine.
What
Imagine if they made Brutal Legends 2 and Ozzy had a cameo in it. You'd cry like a little bitch.
he's in the first one.
Yeah, I know. So if he did it again, you'd cry
Yes.
like a little bitch.
Oh, dude. Listen. I'm buying it.
Yeah, I know you would.
Fully geeking out like a fan bitch. That's me. But if they actually put they could do so much cool shit with it now. So much cool shit with it now. That's the game.
Transition, that's all.
Huh?
Yeah.
That's the game. Either that game or fucking if I saw a Legend of Dragon Age remake, that's the game will make me tear up like a bitch too.
Yo, it's crazy. So the one bullshit ass thing Xbox shows up at the Summer Game Fest with is like
the fucking Ferrari Xbox.
Yeah, that's not even viable. Somebody can win it. Get that shit the fuck out of here, dog. Yo, they always show up with some bullshit. Always with some bullshit, man. And look, that's not to say that their showcase is gonna be ass. Matter of fact, they potentially Xbox potentially can have a far better showcase than PlayStation, simply because of the things that they have, they actually haven't developed. And theoretically, it could be a better showcase. Now, will it? I don't know because it's Xbox. I doubt it because it's Xbox. We'll have to see.
The last one, I'll give them credit. The last one that they did with fucking Hi-Fi Rush on that was the best, full-fledged presenter. It's an awesome game. Yep. Personally, my pick that would be actually my game of the year. That's just my personal thing. Just because it's just so fucking different.
Yeah.
But they had a poll, Double Fine had a poll on Twitter of what games would you like to see us to make? People Psychonauts 3, other games that they talked about. I fucking wrote big ass letters. Brutal fucking Legend 2. And people were actually people were yes. Fucking yes.
Yep.
Listen, Jack Black is fucking volcano-ishly fucking popularly hot right now. Okay? Bowser is probably the biggest role he's ever fucking done in any movie.
Yo, period. You know what's crazy? That's probably true though.
Period. Damn. He is forever immortalized as fucking Bowser. He's Bowser. I can't believe I'm saying that, but he's true. I never thought in a million years I saw him to play Bowser, but he's Bowser. Nobody else can play Bowser. Nobody has the rights to play Bowser. Peaches forever, bitches. But but if they did that, dude, holy fucking shit, dude. Holy shit in my mouth. I'd be happy. I actually would. Oh yeah, lemonade style.
You did.
I know it's Pride Month, but damn.
Lemonade right now? Goddamn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be keep talking about this movie, man. Relax.
Listen. It was hard. For the Brutal Legends, that's what I want. That Fable, I want to see Fable. I want to see State of Decay 3.
Yeah.
I would like to see these other fucking these keep games they keep fucking teasing. What is it? What's the one they keep talking about? They keep teasing. The fuck is it?
You talking about Avowed?
Hellblade
what are you talking
2?
about?
Avowed, yeah, that too.
They keep showing Hellblade 2. It's like, we need a release date, Ray. Stop showing this fucking game off. Let's just get a release date.
That's the game that's probably going to push that fucking system. I will say that. That's going to be an impressive looking game.
Maybe. I think that a lot of people will be happy with some Hi-Fi Rush DLC. That'd be cool. That's a very
Perfect Dark.
Game.
Where the fuck is Perfect Dark at?
Development hell, like everything else.
Yeah.
That's the problem, man. Everything's fucked up in development hell. It feels like
the way spoilers. The way the fucking Halo Infinite ended. There has to be an expansion or some type of DLC coming. Spoiler, everybody. Go play. It's not that bad of a game. Not the greatest, but ain't the bad.
Yeah. To me, I need to see Avowed, man. That I've been anticipating that game for years. All I have to go on is a CG trailer, and I immediately said, "Oh my god, a competent developer is finally making a fucking Elder Scrolls game." That's literally what I said, and since then, got nothing. So I really, really, really need some Avowed gameplay. Like, That's what's crucial here, man. Gameplay and gameplay that looks compelling, not just freaking not just gameplay that looks like shit. There has to be compelling, good gameplay. And that's what I need to see from Avowed. I need this game to look way better than Skyrim ever did. Okay, guys. I know everyone loves Skyrim, but personally, I'm looking for something that's made by a more competent developer than Bethesda's made in-house. Because I just don't think they got it like a lot of people think that they do.
Personal for me, I don't give two flying fucks for Starfield. I do not care.
That has to hit, though. That has to that if Starfield does not look substantially better from when they first showed it off, that is concerning.
It's over.
It's fucking if we don't get released it. Look, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like Redfall left such a bad taste in everyone's mouth.
It did.
That it who knows, man? People are saying fuck Xbox after that, and it's like, do I blame them? No. Like, if Starfield also still looks terrible, or it doesn't look like there's an improvement from the first time they showed it off, that's not good. You know, I think that Starfield is going to look better, or at least I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. I hope that it looks better, because if it does, if Bethesda actually fucking like makes a game that looks like it's not half-baked like every fucking game they do launches, I would be excited to play it. I want to be into Bethesda again. I love Fallout 3. I love New Vegas. I loved Oblivion. Oblivion was my favorite game of all time for years. Now it's still, it's in my top 10, but for years that was like my go-to game that I would play every weekend, because I was only allowed to play video games on the weekends. I would play that for 3 years straight consistently on the weekends. So I want to be into Bethesda's games, but they need to go back to the RPG aspect of their open world RPGs, because Fallout 4 didn't feel like an RPG to me. Fallout 76, what the fuck was even that? Who knows when Elder Scrolls is going to be a thing, but like, they don't do good with their gun mechanics. Like Fallout 4 had improved gun mechanics, but they weren't necessarily good gun mechanics either. So they just don't do very well with that. So please just focus on the RPG mechanics of your games again. Make it so that I can make 10 different characters like I did in Oblivion and run through the game as 10 different characters. Give us that opportunity. Don't make it like Fallout 4 where I can essentially be any character at any time and play through the game being, like I could be any variety. There's no roleplay aspect of it at all. I think that's something you really need to go back to. The world needs to be compelling in Starfield. Hypnotic, I don't know if you're into, specifically Bethesda's games. I don't know if you've been anticipating Starfield. What are your general thoughts on Xbox, and do you have any interest in any of their games that
nope.
are in development? Nah, just don't give a fuck.
Fucking hate Xbox. Yep. I mean, Starfield looks okay. I was Bethesda fanboy for a little while, but then I realized once they got very cocky and started putting out absolute trash, like they're the epitome of what it means for a developer to put out something before it's done, right? So like I just can't support that fucking mindset anymore, and they're definitely one of the ones that are notorious for it. Now, Fallout 76, that was a really hyped game. And that thing was it was meme to all hell, rightfully so. So I'm not a huge fan of Bethesda anymore. I know that if they really sat down and fucking, like you said, stop being lazy, put their shit back together and make RPGs again, they could probably make something good. Their engine is definitely not designed for any kind of gun gameplay that would make any sort of like sense. The gun gameplay in Fallout 4 was all right. New Vegas was all right, but it just wasn't. It's not like what you would expect from an actual game that would real gun gameplay. It always feels kind of weird. It played weird. I'm just not a huge fan of their stuff. In terms of Xbox, I don't really care about Xbox at all. The only console I ever entertain is Sony for the most part. Because anything that comes out on Xbox usually might come out on PC anyway. So
it will. That's like a thing now entirely.
Obviously, I'm PC all day. PS5 is just like an afterthought for exclusives. So the only game I'm really looking forward to is Final Fantasy 16 right now. That's the one I really want.
Insane.
And the only game that I think I would fucking like lose my shit if they ever announced was probably a Legend of Dragoon remake. I think I would lose my absolute shit. Other than that,
Philly,
that's
brother.
it.
Doom. I would like to see a third Doom.
Hell yeah.
I would like to see a third Doom too. I think Doom is Doom could just never be bad. I think I really don't think it's one of those games that could ever be bad. It's such a simple mindset of a game. Like, how could you fuck that up? You're a Doom guy. You're running around killing demons. You know, the only thing you could do is, well, you might throw a trans flag in there somewhere. Like, okay, but other than that, like, I'll probably be able to burn it anyway. So it's like, whatever.
Oh my god, amazing.
You know?
Hey, I mean, it's not ripping gay. It's ripping slut, ripping tear.
Exactly. One of my favorite games that I bought recently was Bolt Gun, Warhammer Bolt Gun. I thought that was a really good game. It went back to the roots of like classic Duke Nukem and stuff. You know.
Oh yeah, I saw that. It looked pretty cool.
Yeah, it's fucking simple. It's a simple game, but it's good. You know, it's fun. Somebody made that with the idea to make a fun game, not to make a game that's going to be monetized to hell. You know, and that's essentially the big difference here. So.
Yeah, that's what's super important, man. Honestly, I just want to see Avowed so fucking bad. I don't know if you played what's it called? The Outer Worlds Hypnotic?
Yeah.
Yeah. They announced the sequel like a couple of years ago. It was like, once again, it was just like a poster. But they did announce it. So I mean, hey, I don't think that they would show that simultaneously with Avowed, since both are being made by Obsidian.
Right.
Meds, you there, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah, give us your thoughts on Xbox. You're a bit of an Xbox guy yourself. I know that you've had your criticisms of them, but you're a bit of an Xbox guy. What are you hoping for to see in the showcase? What do you expect? Any general thoughts? And just throw them out there.
Yeah, well, Cass, obviously Xbox is the best box, right? So,
oh Lord, come on, bro.
So, and I am the third best
Game
box.
Pass, boy.
That's it.
And I got it on my PC and my Xbox. So, like I said, Xbox is the best box, and they're going to provide you with the gaming content that you need for this summer, because this recent Summer's Games Fest was Summer Snooze Fest. Ass, garbage, trash. Okay? That PlayStation Showcase, a year and a half of waiting for what? For disappointment and live service and extraction shooters and CGI. Shout out to Sony.
Sound like you were talking about Redfall there for a second.
And and Xbox is about to provide the heat, okay? And Greenberg already told me so, and I trust him implicitly. And listen, Xbox is about to knock your motherfucking socks off. We about to see Avowed. We about to see some Starfield. We're gonna see 2 sandwiches this time, okay? Listen.
Hey, what's gonna be? But those are the bread. What's gonna be the meat?
We're gonna see Fable. We're gonna see Forza Motorsports 8, the greatest sim racer out there. Listen, Xbox is coming with the heat, and they're gonna save gaming. You're welcome.
Love it, love it, love it. Look, man, honestly, it's one of those things where I buy everything. I own every platform. Because I don't care, like, if you have good games, I want to be there to play them. I don't care, what I have to do to get them. I just want good games. And we've been waiting to see, like, what can Xbox do? Because I feel like we haven't, Hi-Fi Rush is definitely dope. That's one of the biggest highlights of the year, admittedly so. But we want to see what Xbox devs can do after buying all these studios. I mean, obviously, I think Forza is going to hit, just like it does every fucking year. The racing sim isn't for me. I don't even drive in real life, right? I don't live in New York anymore, but I still live in true New Yorker fashion. The thought of driving makes me want to vomit. So for me, driving like seriously in a sim, fuck all that. I like Horizon. Forza Horizon. I definitely fuck around with that here and there. It's a solid game. So I expect that to hit. And that's a game that's right around the corner. So we're definitely going to see that. Starfield, it has its own showcase. We're definitely going to see that. Meds, do you think that Starfield's going to look better, or were you okay with how it looked when they first showed it off?
I wasn't mad at the gunplay, but outside of that, definitely we need upgrades on pretty much everything. And we need to know, I mean, I don't care because I don't play on console. That's for, that's for suckers. But we need to know whether or not the game's going to play at 60 frames per second on the Xbox Series X.
Yeah.
Personally, again, I don't care. I'm gonna play it on PC, but for those guys, I think it's important to tell them, because if it's gonna be 30 frames per second, just tell them now. Like letting them know right before the game comes out.
If the game is gonna be 30 for Xbox, Series X, like, what makes you think that shit's gonna run good on PC? Because look at Redfall, man. They said that Redfall's gonna run at 30 on PC on Series X, the Series consoles, and they were like, oh, that's the worst of it. Then we got the game, and it runs at 30 just about every fucking where, even on fucking 4090s.
I mean, hey, listen, I got decent frame rates on Redfall. Like they were not the most consistent frame rates out there, but they were definitely not 30. Starfield, we'll see. We know Bethesda sucks at optimizing games, but we also know that PC is where their games play best. So fingers crossed, we'll see. I'm not super optimistic in general, because Bethesda for, I don't know, 5-ish years has been mid outside of Doom. Like Doom, I feel like has been carrying Bethesda the whole time.
Yeah, it's facts.
Because outside of that, all of their
id Software is the best developer that Bethesda's had, because they're in-house. I'm sorry, their in-house makes enormous messes and launches them. That's how I feel about Bethesda with their open world RPGs. So,
I mean, I'm a huge fan. I love Fallout. I love Elder Scrolls. Hopefully, Starfield is somewhat of that vein, and if it is, I think it'll be a huge success. But yeah, time will tell. I don't trust Bethesda anymore, and I don't trust them, especially under Microsoft, because Microsoft is not to be trusted.
Yeah, it's like, I think a lot of us want to be hyped for Microsoft. Like, we want to, but like they have like done their fans, like Xbox dudes, so dirty over the past decade. It's like, how do you expect anyone to give you the benefit of the doubt? So I'm hoping that they do make the turnaround. Like, I'm here for it. I was like, man, like their last, event where they, stealth dropped Hi-Fi Rush, I was happy. It was cool. They did a good job. And they showed us games that at least visually at the time looked good. Redfall turned out to be a dud. But like they were like, here's games that are coming out in the near future. And it's true. They, Minecraft Legends ended up dropping. That one I heard is mid as well. Obviously, Motorsport is right around the corner, so that's to be expected. I mean, what game meds are you hoping for more than anything else that would make you say, if the whole showcase was ass, but this one game got showed off and made you say, man, this showcase was a dub, what would it be?
That's hard to say. I think it's an automatic W for Microsoft regardless, because Sony flubbed their showcase so badly. But I guess Avowed, we have to see Avowed.
Oh yeah,
it's been in development forever, and it's about time that we see what's going on. And I'm tired of seeing passion projects from Obsidian. Obsidian is a top tier studio, and I want to see their top tier shit from their top tier team. So
Rare too. I want to see some shit from Rare.
I think Rare's been dead for a long time, to be honest. But
yeah, I think what would reinvigorate people with Rare is if they brought back Banjo-Kazooie, and who knows if that would even be good. Because what is it, Battletoads? I tried that game. Is a hot steaming pile of dog shit, man. Oh my god, what a piece of shit game.
Yeah.
Yes, that game.
That game was depression.
I'm gonna keep it real. I didn't think it was that bad.
Love it. You know what it was with that game? It was like, okay, so we're going to be. It was like for the first half of the game, it's like, okay, we're going to be a beat 'em up game. Then like, towards the middle half of the game, it's like, well, we're going to be a party mini game. And it's just like, what the fuck do you want to be as a game? Yo, Blake, what's good with you, bro? Hope you're doing well. That's my good homie. But yeah, I just didn't know what the fuck that game wanted to be, and it didn't seem like Rare knew what the fuck the game wanted to be. And if I get that feeling from you with your game, it's just a mess. I think visually it looked pretty decent. Like, I thought it was cute. It had its little moments. I wanted to like it. I was hoping to like it as much as I ended up liking the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game. Like, that game was fucking sick. That game knew exactly what it wanted to be, and it was a damn good game. And I'm excited because they announced DLC for that, so I'm gonna be jumping back on that bitch. And that was cool because that was Game Pass day one. I ended up, despite it being on Game Pass day one, I ended up buying it on the Switch. It's hilarious. I end up playing games on Game Pass just to buy them elsewhere to see if I liked them. But yeah, honestly, what would make me like lose my shit and say, yo, this is way better than PlayStation is if they showed us avowed gameplay and that shit is like off the chain. If that shit just makes Elder Scrolls like, yo, I don't even need Elder Scrolls. Like, if Valve looks that good, that would be insane. Honestly, I think if id Software is there and they're showing off Doom or something that they're working on, some first-person shooter that looks dope as hell, I think that would be a big deal as well. But TJ, I know you're not much of an Xbox dude. Is there anything here that they could show you that would make you say, oh, maybe I'll cop that Game Pass for a month?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, Hi-Fi Rush DLC, bro.
Nah, I don't think. Look, the only thing that they can get me with, and considering that he's retiring, Shinji Mikami is leaving. Tango Gameworks. If they announce The Evil Within 3, then they can get me. Otherwise, I don't care.
Not even if Doom 3 got announced?
Nope, don't care about Doom. I have both games. Don't care.
Okay. Wow. All right. Well, I don't blame you, man. Xbox has to reinvigorate their brand. And the only way that they could do that, whether Phil Spencer wants to fucking deny it or not, is by dropping good games. People be invigorated with your brand. Until they do that on a consistent basis, well, they're still going to struggle. So I hope that this showcase, really does invigorate their brand and that they show some dope ass things and we have release dates soon.
A new
and
Killer Instinct would be cool too.
Yeah, we haven't seen a Killer Instinct since the launch of last gen. It's crazy to think, man. But anyways, guys, any final thoughts on this Xbox event?
No.
Nope.
Wishing for the best, preparing for the worst.
Expect
Low
the worst.
expectations.
Exactly.
Man.
Exactly.
Yep.
Just keep your expectations low and you'll be all right.
Yeah, don't be Dreamcast guy and having high expectations for Xbox. You look like a fucking weirdo. Just saying.
Keep your mouth closed. That's first.
Thank you.
And listen,
don't keep their mouths closed.
Xbox, like pretty much by default, has to beat PlayStation here, but it's Xbox, so yeah.
Yep, we'll see. They have all the opportunity to beat PlayStation, to have a better showcase. They have all the opportunity to. Will they? Don't know. We'll see though. We'll see. We're excited for it. I'll be streaming it this Sunday. I think Atreus is gonna join me, so that'll be fun. He's a bit of an Xbox guy himself. You want to be there too, Oz?
I'll be there too.
All right, so we definitely have a little crew, so that'd be cool. But the final topic of the podcast is the Summer Game Fest, because they just had their showcase, and I don't know, guys, was it better than the PlayStation showcase? I personally think it was.
Yeah,
I
definitely was.
It wasn't by much.
So for me, I gave the PlayStation showcase a 5 out of 10. For me, this showcase, the Summer Game Fest showcase, I gave it a 7 out of 10. So to me, it wasn't like the best thing ever. No, because we got Witcher Season 3 bullshit. We got phone game bullshit. When they showed Final Fantasy 7 with Sephiroth, and they're using Sephiroth, they're hoeing out Sephiroth to sell a fucking phone game to people. I was like, Jesus. And then he showed Call of Duty nonsense, and then Xbox showed some Ferrari PlayStation that nobody could buy. That was my piss break. I just said, guys, I'll be back. And thankfully, it was at the perfect time, too. But anything that really piqued your interest at the showcase?
That Witch Hunt game looked pretty cool.
Which game?
I think it's called Witch Hunt.
Are you talking about Witchfire?
Yeah.
Witchfire, sorry, Witchfire. Yeah, that game looked really cool. The one they showed after they force-fed us that fucking TV show that nobody's gonna watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that game looked pretty cool. I'll admit that. But for the most part, everything else is just like, Like, they talked about Spider-Man 2. All right, whatever. It's the same shit they already been saying.
Venom looked cool. What you guys think of Venom?
Venom did look cool, but they should lead with Venom. Like, I don't know. They're trying to lead with this whole, oh, look, Miles Morales is Spider-Man now. But it's like, just put Venom on the cover, man. A lot of people will be excited about that shit. You know?
Yeah. Apparently, so that image that they showed with like Venom and fighting, you know, both Spider-Man, that's actually the Steelbook cover I just discovered. So they did get it right.
Of course
they did get it right. But if you buy the base game, you're getting a piece of shit cover. So have fun with that. I hope it's reversible. The original game had a reversible cover art, and I immediately turned that over because I couldn't bear the boring ass cover art.
Yeah, like the art for Miles Morales was the same. Like they have this very simplistic style of, let's just have like a nice background that's light in the middle and it kind of turns dark as you get to the edges, and just have Spider-Man. But with, at least with Miles Morales, they give you like a comic book version of him where you turned it inside out. So I just used that one instead. But in regards to that statue, looks crazy.
It does. It looks pretty
that statue looks insane. I don't know, man. You know,
I was actually excited for Sonic. I thought Sonic looked pretty cool.
It did.
I'm the complete opposite. I did not like what they showed. I didn't like that.
Really?
Sonic game. I didn't.
Yo, Oz, I'm gonna mute you.
And it's $60. They want $60 for that game.
Oh, no,
yeah, they want $60 for that game.
I'm gonna wait for a solid like $10 sale. Then what the fuck?
Exactly.
Would you guys? I mean, for me, I'd rather play that than Sonic Frontiers personally. I'm way more interested in that than I was Sonic Frontiers. I think that
I don't hate it, but I don't. It looks like Sonic Generations again. So it's not like a horrible thing, but at the same time, $60 is a nice penny for you to pay for something like that. So yeah, I'll be wish listing it, and I'll keep it. Yeah, I'll keep it in my wish list until it gets to a price that I think it.
Frontiers tried to be different. To be different, but you know, after a while, these developers, especially Sega, like they don't got consoles anymore, so they gotta go back to their roots, because that's they know they're gonna make money off of it. So it's just something. But I agree, $60, that's fucking wild for that kind of a game. But I don't doubt that there will be tons of people that just want a classic Sonic game, you know, in modern graphics or whatever. That's all it is. They're gonna keep doing that until we die. Like, and then after we die, it's gonna be the same thing. It's gonna be another Sonic game remade in fucking VR classic style. It's just one of those games that are constantly going to be made, just like Mario. Mario will always have classic style games. You know, it's just always going to be that way.
Nostalgia sells, man.
That new Sonic look lit.
It do, yo.
I don't care what nobody say. That new Sonic look fire.
Yo, that shit had me invigorated for Sonic, and it's been a minute. It has been a minute since I've been invigorated for Sonic. Since, honestly, the movie, the Sonic 2 movie. That's the last time I was invigorated for that. So
that's
it's
the reaction they want, though.
Yeah. I honestly, so when Frontiers came out, I bought it for like 35 and change, and it sat on my desk for like 3 days. Since I was like, oh man, I got a deal on this, and I thought about it, I'm like, damn, I have to do Breath of the Wild puzzles and fucking Sonic Frontiers, bro. I returned it. I literally let it sit there, and I thought about that shit, and I said, nope, I'm fucking good, and I returned it. And honestly, I'm glad I did, because I would have wasted $35. I would have maybe played the game for like 3 hours. Been like, oh, it's okay. You know, it's Sonic. It has good music, because every Sonic movie, every Sonic video game always has good music. And it'll just sit there, and I'll never finish it, or I'll never even go back to it likely. So I'm glad I returned it. This, though, I would definitely pop in Sonic Superstars and play it for a long period of time and beat it, because that game looks fucking sick. Yo, Atreus, what's good with you, homie? Yo, I was just saying, we're gonna have you, you know, on the live stream to watch the Xbox event, so that's going to be dope as hell.
I'm mad at Atreus, bro. He told me to go to sleep last night. The disrespect, because he saw me awake. Yeah.
Someone needs to, you know, tell you to stop abusing yourself, man.
Nah.
Get some damn rest.
Atreus, get on Diablo, man. The game's working now. God damn it.
See, so Words of Paris brings up a good point. He said Frontiers is awesome. It's not perfect, but it's a step in the right direction for 3D games. I feel like Sonic Frontiers is like that demo before they released like the true vision that they had. that they had
Yeah.
been crafting. I feel like the next game that Sonic Frontiers, inspired them to make is going to be that game, like the game. So I'm interested in the sequel to Sonic Frontiers to see how they bring it all together, because I feel like Frontiers had some good ideas, but it didn't, at least from what I've seen, and the reason why I wasn't excited to play it is that it just didn't seem to bring those the right gameplay aspects together to make it appealing, at least to me. So I know some people had some fun with it, and that's cool, man. But I don't know. I feel like that next game is really gonna figure it out, or at least I'm hoping, like, completely.
That's why I was saying, like, they definitely use Frontiers to be an experimentation ground. Like they did so many different things with that game, and it connected with some people, and it didn't. I don't think it connected as much as they were hoping with Sonic fans, and that's probably why they're putting out this game in the hopes to try to use whatever money they probably get from this to make that next, whatever they call it, Frontiers game. I would not be surprised if that's the case, but they do got to experiment though. They can't just be remaking the same. I mean, they can, but they can't just keep doing that. If you want to evolve the character as a brand, especially for modern audiences, then you need to make sure you
don't
experiment.
do that. give me Sonic Generations Part 2 if that's the case. Okay, do not improve anything for modern audience. You know what I wish? And real quick, shout out to,
that's all. Good.
Yes, no, definitely. Real quick, shout out to that girl, Casey. Appreciate you pulling up. Drive safely, ma'am. And shout out to Fake Parabear. Appreciate you pulling up, bro. Always showing love. Thank you so much. But for me, look, that game just looks like a fucking ton of fun. And there's a lot of games that come out now that are like a chore to play.
Right.
Like, genuinely, like, most games are a fucking chore to play, especially like battle pass centric games. That game just looks like pure fun. And I get excited for games that just look like pure fun nowadays. So that definitely, to me, was definitely a show stealer, which I guess says a lot about the industry as a whole, that game, that Sonic Superstars game, that really it's like, it's Sonic, so yeah, it's like, he's a big name, but it doesn't look like a massive scale game. It looks like a really well-crafted AA game. But
sometimes you have to know your audience too, because some of these games, like what do you call it, like Dark Souls and Elden Ring and all that, they've been making the same shit. Granted, different skins, whatever, but the game is a Souls game at the end of the day, and people love it, and they'll keep eating it up, and because they know their customer. Pokemon's been doing the same shit for I don't even know how long now, and people eat it up, and it's still a top selling game every time it comes out on Nintendo. So it just depends, man.
Just like Mario.
Like certain IPs, they can get away with just making the same shit over and over with a new face. But I do appreciate when they try to break out of the mold. I don't know if them making this game is them admitting, like, all right, maybe Frontiers was not it. Maybe we need to go back to the roots. I really don't know.
Well, Words of Paradise brings up a good point, because Sonic Frontiers, from what I heard, did relatively well in terms of like financially. So we'll see, man. I think that the next Frontiers game is going to be a beast. We'll have to see, though. And Alex vs. Evil, yeah, there is a Transonic. It's the OG Amy, because I was like, why did they make Amy look like that? And basically the Sonic stands, like the hardcore Sonic stands, were like, that's the original look of Amy. I'm like, okay, I stand corrected. But that was, to me, the highlight of the show. Well, there is another one, because, well, anybody who knows me knows that Halloween is one of my all-time favorite movies. I'm wearing a t-shirt that, admittedly, the director of said that they were inspired by Halloween to make. Terminator. The OG Terminator was indeed. They got inspirations for the Terminator from Michael Myers himself, so that's pretty cool. But John Carpenter has finally fucking got into making video games. Like, what I've always loved about John Carpenter, besides the fact that he has made some of the greatest, most beloved cult classics ever. Kind of, an inspiration for the channel name, honestly. He also loves to play video games. So I was like, damn, like, I was thinking, man, he should make a Dead Space movie, Like, and it turns out that apparently, from what we know that's been leaked out, he himself accidentally leaked that, he's not a director for a future Dead Space game. But instead, he's like, well, I guess fuck it. I'm gonna have to make my own video game. And homie is making John Carpenter's what is it? Toxic Commando.
It's toxic
That
masculinity,
shit-
basically. Looks cool.
Yes,
It looks
yes,
fucking awesome.
it does. It had all the right things that just hit for me. The music, the monsters. I'm
That
just
shit
like,
was
yeah,
good.
I'm not surprised that John Carpenter's behind this. I loved, man, just the monster designs look really cool. I wonder how much he's involved in it. That's the first thing I personally want to know. So
Must be a
because
name
he's making it.
association, but I doubt it.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, John Carpenter, I mean, nowadays, he's a little bit, at least with films, he's more hands off. But he does tend to lend something to everything that he's involved in. Like, with the newer Halloween movies, I mean, him and his son have done the music for all 3 films. So that's pretty cool. Those are honestly the highlights of that prior Halloween trilogy. So my question is it just name association? Does he have some form of input in it? And if so, how much? Is he just going to do the music, or is he really, really involved in it? I mean, I'm not surprised that this is a John Carpenter video game. Like
It looks like
it
one.
screams John Carpenter, in my opinion. It is a co-op game
Yes.
from what I was noticing. So that's going to be interesting. It is a first-person shooter. So, and it's a horde zombie co-op game. I love zombies. Full disclosure, everyone knows I love zombies. So immediately, John Carpenter, zombies, blood, gore. It looks like it's made for adults. I'm immediately interested. Oz, what you think about this game?
I want it.
You want it? You want it to be on Game Pass, or would you buy it?
Motherfucker, I'm buying that. John
Are you
fucking
sure?
Carpenter.
Are you sure?
Oh, yeah.
You said you were gonna buy
Yeah.
Street Fighter 6 too.
Listen,
What happened to that?
yeah.
Listen,
Why?
John Carpenter, John. I'm still gonna buy it, just not right now.
Mhm.
John Carpenter made one of my favorite movies of all time. That's Halloween. I love that shit too. And John Carpenter is an asshole that I can appreciate.
He's made
Uh,
countless important films. Like The Thing is such an influential film. So many.
They
I
Live,
love Fog.
The Fog.
Yep. There's a lot there. There is definitely a
Tons.
lot there. Even
And
Carpenter as worst is arguably better than the mass
The Thing.
majority of modern films that release now.
He's probably my favorite fucking director. Yeah, I'm buying this shit.
Yeah.
Dude,
Hell
I'm like, is this? At first glance, I thought it was going to be a Halloween game. Like, oh, is this? Are we gonna finally got to get like Halloween? No, but it was a whole new fucking game. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna buy it. Oh yeah, I'm buying it. The fucking bloody the shit. This looks crazy. I'm in.
Yep. Yeah, I'm super hyped for that. I wasn't expecting it. Like, that was the last fucking thing I was expecting. Like, John Carpenter making a video game, insane, fucking sane. Another game that piqued my interest personally is Pal World. That's something I had wishlisted for a while. They literally are describing it as Pokemon with guns.
That's what it is.
It is.
Some of the creatures, I'm almost positive that's a Pokemon. I don't know which one, because there's like a million now, but I'm almost positive that could be a, so. But it looked cool. I mean, you can't go wrong. Pokemon with guns,
Yep. It's
If you fuck
what
that
if
up,
what if
something's wrong.
Pokemon became American?
Yeah, basically.
Love it.
American Pokemon.
Yep.
Another game for me was the Prince of Persia game. It looked pretty fucking cool.
Right.
Yeah, I'm
That's
interested
so
in your
I'm not
thoughts,
gonna
CJ.
lie, I
You're
was-
a big Prince of Persia fan.
I like what I saw. I liked it.
Yeah. I like the
liked it.
gameplay. The gameplay looks pretty
I
good.
saw a lot of comments saying, "Oh, it looks like a mobile game." I don't care because
Yeah, I love
technically
Prince of
the
Persia.
original version of the Prince of Persia games were side-scrolling platformers.
Yep.
So they're
Yep.
going right back to the drawing board, and I like what I saw. His look is a little weird, but
It is.
outside of that, I have no issue with the gameplay, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, it looks like that game. Look, from that remake that they showed off a few years ago that apparently had to get scrapped because of how fucked it was versus this. Yeah, I think I'd rather play this.
Yeah. That was pretty fucking dope. It was like a team of them now. It's almost like a brotherhood of them. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oz, I know you're big on Alan Wake 2. What are your thoughts on it, bro?
I'm impressed. I'm gonna get it. I really like what I saw. It looked really fucking good. Like visually, it looked pretty damn good. Like the gunplay that she was doing was pretty fucking sick. She like stood to the side, like sideways, and shot that fucking thing in the head. That's pretty dope. I like that. Yeah, I'm gonna pick it up.
So Atreus, they showed a different Prince of Persia game. It was just announced today. It's different from the remake that they had. I believe that is supposed to be a Sands of Time remake. Am I right on that? And that was like that looked like ass. So
Horrible.
this is a different game entirely. It's a side scroller. It's indicative of the original Prince of Persia, and it seems like a lot of the older fans are like, "Yeah, this looks cool. We're digging it." So that's cool. I'm interested in it. Will I buy it day one? I don't know if I'm not like big into Prince of Persia, but I'm open to it. I was hoping Sands of Time would pan out because that would be like a great introductory for me as someone that I always wanted to get Sands of Time, but it just never worked out. I mean, shit, I was a kid. I was a kid, man. You know, you only get but so many trips to Toys R Us, right? But yeah, that's a different game. So definitely check that one out. To me, it looked way better than the Sands of Time remake, which now is apparently getting rebuilt. So
I think they had this. I think that they had this as a fallback. I think they had very little faith in the team that they had working on the Sands of Time remake, and had some other team cooking up this game in the background. And then once that game bombed and they had to scrap it and restart, they've decided to unveil this so that people had something to look forward to.
A little bit of faith in the series again. Yeah.
Yo, Mo Chocolate, what's good with you, bro? Good to see you. I know you was hype. You was hype for that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. He's a Tifa man. That's good though, bro. I'm glad that you was hype as hell for that. But yo, what are your thoughts on Alan Wake 2, Oz?
Yeah, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. I really liked it. I like the two different. I like the fact that you can actually play through the whole game with each character. It's kind of like you're kind of getting like two campaigns in the game, which I think is pretty cool. I re-downloaded the original one just to go through it again because I really like the game.
I've never played it. Some people, some of my, the people in my chat, some of them are not really feeling the fact that you could play as two different characters. Obviously Alan Wake and also this new character. Personally, I like her. I don't know Alan Wake like that, so I can't really speak to it. So when they're like, "Yeah, I want to play as Alan Wake," I'm not. Obviously, I know the title is Alan Wake, but I don't know the significance of this change, this new character.
So like the first one's like it's like a sci-fi thriller, but forever like people are like, oh, if they ever make a part two, because it kind of like it wanted to go to. You can see that like it like looked over the edge of horror, like it wanted to be a horror game. It was kind of like it was afraid to push itself to do it. So it was kind of like a psychological like horror, like a psychological like sci-fi type game. But this one, they said full straight out, this is a fucking horror game. And that's why people are kind of excited. It's a full-fledged fucking horror game. And from what I saw in some of the gameplay, the elevator room that is all fucking digital. Yes, that sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Even as a guy, I don't really buy my shit physical anymore. I just don't. I just don't. But everybody should have an option, and I believe. I believe in options.
Yep.
Yeah, I believe in option because I want mine to be mine. It's physical. Physical should always matter over digital. Shit.
You know what, Atreus? If you have a Surface Pro 7, then it should melt if you're playing real video games on it. I'm just saying.
Yeah. But I think it sucks. But I'm still gonna. I'm like for me, I don't have a problem with it. I'm happy that they're going to a more of a horror aspect, because I can give you like a quick back. Like he's a novel writer. Whatever he writes, like pretty much comes to the truth. And
okay,
you're looking for his wife and all this shit. But it's pretty fucking awesome.
For me, I feel like it is a Kenobi, but in video game form. So like you using Alan Wake in the name, you're using Alan Wake in the title, but you're gonna throw this bitch in here that nobody knows or cares about, and I'm gonna have to spend half my time playing this game playing her. So I'm like, all right, I guess.
It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to learn a new character. I'm interested in knowing her. I think she looks pretty fucking interesting.
So
Yeah, I'd
what
be
they
interested in knowing her too while
saying?
playing as Alan Wake.
So what they're saying is apparently the gamer has the choice to choose between the two and how much they can play between the two. I don't know how deep that goes, but from what I've heard, or at least what they were trying to communicate, is that you can play for Alan Wake himself for the majority
Yeah.
of the game if you so wish. If that's the case, I think that that's fair. It's one of those things where a lot of people have been waiting for the sequel for so long. I can understand how like some wouldn't want to be dealing with, this new character. They want to play as Alan Wake in Alan Wake 2. I get that. But if they do give you the option and you can play majority as one or the other, I mean, I think that's reasonable. We have to see how deep that goes, but like I said, I'm not too knowledgeable on Alan Wake. I do hope that it'll be a fun game. The gameplay that they showed looks a little it wasn't selling me. It wasn't. It was a little bit mundane. Like the atmosphere, I don't know. I wasn't really feeling it too tough.
Well, the game, the Alan Wake was more about atmosphere anyway to begin with.
Yeah.
It was more
it
about
sounded really cool.
the story, the setting, and it was always teetering on that line of horror and suspense because really it's like you would enter some areas and thinking, oh, some shit's really about to pop off. Like the setting was really good to the point where it had you on edge, but it never really got to the point where it was like actual horror. It was just a suspenseful game, and the story was really good. And the gameplay was all right. The gun mechanics.
Yeah.
I mean, it's flashlight gun, flashlight gun. That's basically it. But it's fun, The setting is what makes it fun. So if they keep that same setting, it'll be good for Alan Wake 2. I'm just saying, like for me, if I'm playing Alan Wake, I want to play as Alan Wake. So if there's a new character, I would like to learn about her while playing Alan Wake. That's basically for me. But I know some people are down to play as someone else, and that's fine. I don't really care.
Yep. No, I get you. The game that made me like hyped as fuck. At first, I thought it was Dragon Quest. I wasn't sure what Dragon Quest. I didn't necessarily jump to say it was Dragon Quest 12 because it kind of looked. It looked similar to at least the level of visual appeal as Dragon Quest 11. So I was like, oh, it's Dragon Quest, but it actually turned out to be what is this game called? Oh, I can't remember the name. Oh, it's called Sandland. And it's a world premiere trailer. It's based on
the manga.
Yeah, the manga. And I didn't even
really?
I didn't realize it was a Akira Toriyama manga. And that makes me want to go do some research and actually check that out. But I really loved the look of it. I mean, obviously I'm a Dragon Quest fan. I'm a Dragon Ball fan. I love Akira Toriyama's art. It's so distinguishable from everything else. So immediately like I recognize, oh man, that's Akira Toriyama. That game looks sick. It looked like early or even pre-Dragon Ball. But then I noticed, wait, we're playing as this little pink motherfucker. I'm like, who is this?
It's Akira Toriyama. There's a lot of similarities,
Yes, yes, definitely. And I'm excited for that. That game looks sick. I love the atmosphere, that whole little desert world, the way you're driving around and those, and sort of like the character you're playing as kind of acted like I don't know, like he was in a Dragon Ball universe. The monsters that they were showing looked really cool. I love that atmosphere. I'm interested. I'm super interested. Definitely want to know more. I was thinking at first it was the Dragon Quest Adventures of Dai, because I read the first volume of that manga and I thought it was cool. It kind of reminded me a lot of Dragon Ball. So I thought they were showing a trailer for that game, because I believe that is in development as well. I've seen it. So I thought it was that, but it turned out to be this. And I'm like, damn, they're going in Akira Toriyama's bag right now. Okay.
Yeah, no, he's I'm surprised. Honestly, I was really surprised to see it get a game before an anime. I don't think it has an anime. I think it's just a manga right now. So I was really surprised at that.
Yo, Meds, I appreciate you pulling up, bro. Definitely go get some sleep, bro. Thank you so much. Have a good one, man.
Yeah, normally IPs like that get an anime before a game, so I don't know why they decided to go that route, but hey, whatever.
Maybe this will invigorate, this will invigorate an anime, because gaming is the ultimate form of entertainment. That's a fact right now. So maybe this will actually like invigorate, some company or another to be like, yeah, we got to make an anime of this manga. So that'd be cool. Real quick, yo, Atreus, man. Trace, thank you so much for the bro. He says, I'm not hearing anything about the new Scalebound. Well, the Xbox event is happening next this coming Sunday, actually, bro. But he's big mad. I would love if Scalebound actually did somehow come out. That would be awesome. Thank you so much for the bro. He totally didn't have to. But Path of Exile 2 also got announced. So if you wanna get beat up Hypnotic in an ARPG, there you go. It looks really good. It compares, like, visually, it compares right up to Diablo 4 visually.
It always had an interesting art style, Path of Exile. I don't know if they continued that with the second one. I gotta look into it. It had a weird, like, clay almost art style. It's kind of strange.
It looks hyper realistic, like this game, like Diablo 4 looks. It's really close.
That's cool.
I would think that I didn't get too good of a look at it. I'd have to look at it on my TV in 4K because I was looking at it on the 1080p screen. But visually, I think it might actually look better than Diablo 4. Like I said, I didn't watch it in 4K. I have to see, but that's what I was getting.
Path of Exile looked better than Diablo 3, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but that was kind of just a different art style overall. But yeah,
right.
That game looks good. So if you want to get lost in skill trees for life, there you go. Mortal Kombat 1, man. To me, it just looked like Mortal Kombat 11 with cameos. So that's how I saw it. I do like the OG outfits. We saw Kitana. We seen Kano. Some of the characters look bland as fuck. Like the outfits they had Johnny Cage in, I was like, ugh, that was looking a little sus to me. The biggest highlight of Mortal Kombat 1 is indeed the environments. Those stages look sick.
Great.
Those are some of the best stages I've seen since Mortal Kombat 9. So that's saying a lot. Now, if we can get some good Mortal Kombat music, man, I think that'd be a big step forward to a lot of people that may not seem important. Obviously, the gameplay trumps all, but Mortal Kombat's just been lacking that atmosphere to get me invested in their universe now. I haven't really had that atmosphere since Mortal Kombat 9, which was a soft reboot. This is a soft reboot, so I'm hoping they go back more to their roots and really just nail that atmosphere of Mortal Kombat. Obviously, the thing I was least worried about is the fatalities. I don't know why people were like maybe assuming that like that was the most important thing to see. I mean, I know that the fatalities were going to be badass. They nailed that with every game, so I have to give them props on that.
I don't know why people were worried about that. Did they have a reason for being worried about the fatalities?
I don't know. Maybe they were just thinking how, the one game that to censor would be Mortal Kombat, I guess. But NRS has censored, fan service in Mortal Kombat already, guys. So unless you pay for DLC, that's kind of how it goes with them.
Yes, that makes sense. I mean, everything's getting so PG now that, Mortal Kombat's one of those games that, like you said, it would censor. I mean, they're already talking about dumbing down the jokes for GTA 6. You know what I mean? Like making them not so offensive, apparently. That's
they've already censored the re-release of GTA 5, so.
Yeah, well, it's probably going to get worse for 6. So, I mean, if you're talking about a GTA that's not trying to be offensive, then I don't really know if it's a GTA, but hey. So, I guess it makes sense that people were worried about, what do you call it? Mortal Kombat. I love the gameplay though. It looked great,
It looks good. To me, it's like a mixed bag for me, like the cameos was like, okay, this makes it slightly different from MK11, but it just looked a lot like MK11 to me. They confirmed that Jean-Claude Van Damme is indeed going to be Johnny, but and that he's doing voice. So he's doing
nice.
voiceover for Johnny, so that's cool. But we didn't get to see him. It would have been cool if they would have at least showed us Jean-Claude Van Damme as Johnny Cage. That would be awesome. I used to be such a Jean-Claude Van Damme fangirl when I was a kid.
Yeah, it's cool. I don't know if they're gonna really want to change it up that much though, Cassie. I mean, it's the same reason why Street Fighter 6, in my opinion, is not so overly different from 5. I mean, I know a lot of people they just love those games. You can't play with them too much. That's the problem. Like everybody has a certain idea of what to expect. They've been going for so long now.
Like the thing is, like with Street Fighter specifically, they've always adhered to tradition. Like that was always been an important part of Street Fighter. Yeah. Whereas like what makes Mortal Kombat specifically different from Street Fighter is that they have never been afraid to change up the formula. They went from, the 2D era or a PS1 to saying fuck it with Mortal Kombat 4, we're gonna make a 3D game. Like
Right.
they've switched it up so much throughout the the lineage of Mortal Kombat. It's kind of something to be expected. So for this game to kind of feel or at least look a lot like MK11 in terms of like the gameplay, besides those cameos that they have where other characters do step in and kind of help you out. Yeah, it definitely feels like Mortal Kombat 11. Are the cameos going to make the gameplay more dumbed down for normies? I don't know. To me, I guess that technically appeals to me, but I don't like for fighting games to appeal to me just because I suck at them and I won't put in the time that's needed to get good at them. I don't want those games to do that to make me enjoy it. If I want to be good at the game, then I'll put the time in. So don't appeal to me. Just appeal to like the true fighting game fans that are fans of of that fighting game mechanic. I'll play it. I'll get my story in, and I'll be happy with that and keep it moving. So, is this game going to be sort of dumbed down because of the cameos? I don't really know. I know. Shout out to the Lemonade King. He's super hyped for this. The fatalities looked insane. They look good. And it's good to see that Johnny Cage has some predominance still in the franchise because, well, the Mortal Kombat movie, the most recent one that came out, totally just yeeted him for a character that doesn't exist in the lore. So,
Not surprised.
yep.
It seems to be a thing.
Yep. I guess like the big show stealer was Nick Cage. He had his moment walking in like a fucking G and saying, "Yeah, I'm in Dead by Daylight, and yeah, I have the nicest fucking outfit and out of everyone here." And he's got his nice new hair because he's been going bald. He's been going bald since he started acting. Because gotta give him props, man. That whole the way his hair looks, man. I think they did a pretty good job. Fake it until you make it, right? Definitely did it up. But I know that a lot of people were hyped for the Like a Dragon, which is the Yakuza game. That looked pretty dope.
Yeah, those look really good. The Yakuza is actually pretty huge. I can't believe how big it actually is.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of people ask me if I played those games, and I'm like, nah, I'm not really into it. And then I just realized just how big it is. But I mean, they seem all right. I was a big fan of like Shenmue back in the day. Shenmue was one of my favorite games.
Shenmue's awesome. Yeah.
Or Shenmue,
if you want to start,
whatever.
the best place to start is by playing Judgment. It's on current gen. It's on Steam now. It is awesome. The main protagonist is fucking badass. Yeah, I love Yagami. That's my dude. That's the best place to start. A lot of people think that starting at Yakuza 7 is fine because it's a new protagonist. No, you won't get the best out of that unless you actually go back and play the older games. Judgment is really that game that you could start there and get the full story of what's going on there. And it's good gameplay. The characters are awesome. The story story's so good. Like, Judgment has a great way of like being serious, but also being goofy too, and separating the two so you can get like the best of both.
Right.
So if you're interested, but you're like, man, I don't want to go through all those Yakuza games, Judgment's a great place to start.
It's hard for me to play the games I have now already. So I mean, I will definitely try. It's just I used to love to play games predominantly. Now I'm just like, I don't know. I'm like a manga reader most of the time now. That's what I do in my free time. But like Diablo 4 is obviously going to change that. Final Fantasy, there's certain games that just completely draw me back in, and Final Fantasy 16 is going to be one of them. D4 is obviously one of them. So we'll see what happens. And then Final Fantasy Rebirth, whenever the fuck that happens, that'll be. Is that coming out this year? Final Fantasy 7, the second one remake. I didn't even check.
Early 2024.
Itches. All right, that's fine. I can spread it out.
Well, you got 16, man. 16, I think we're gonna be on 16 for a minute. We're gonna fuck with that game for a minute, and I think we're gonna need some time afterwards to, because we're gonna be floating on cloud 9. That's the hope. So we're gonna be floating on cloud 9, and we need time to slowly simmer down.
No, yeah, I'm gonna be fucking cracked on 16. Cracked. Because the developer, he knows exactly what he's doing, man. He saved 14, so.
Yep, that and the fact that the combat dev from Devil May Cry 5 is working on the combat. Devil May Cry 5's combat is insane, and you could tell that this combat is also going to be insane too. So there's I noticed a lot of non-Final Fantasy fans say this is the one that they're going to fuck with. Like none of these, they didn't give a fuck about any of these games, but this one is making them look at Final Fantasy now. Atreus, so Atreus, Final Fantasy 16 right now is exclusive to PS5, but is going to come to PC sometime in the future. So they do have limited, like a timed exclusivity deal on that. Hey, yes, Devil May Cry is life. Dante's Rant Room. I love that. I love that name too. Definitely, I believe you, right? But yeah, let's talk about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, because I mean, it does look like a step up from Final Fantasy VII Remake. Personally, I haven't really gotten far in the OG Final Fantasy VII. I got up to the part where essentially, where Final Fantasy VII Remake finishes. So technically, I think I need to go back and then play up until the part where I guess theoretically Final Fantasy VII Rebirth would finish. But I have mixed feelings about Rebirth. Obviously, I want to see where the story goes. That's the most exciting thing. Like, I think that the remake really got me to like all the characters. Like, I think that they're all fucking awesome in their own unique way. I'm interested in this open world. That's the big deal of this game, is that we're going from like, what seems to be like very closed world gameplay. You kind of just go from point A to point B to now an open, like this big open area. So I'm interested to see how big is the area outside of Midgar, and what can we do. There seems like there's a decent amount to do. I'm really interested to seeing how far the story goes. And everyone on Twitter is saying 2 discs, because at the end it's saying early 2024, and that it's like 2 discs for the game. So I hope that there's a lot of gameplay there. I'm hoping that this will finally nail down exactly how many sequels this Final Fantasy VII is going to become. I'm hoping for 3 games and no more. We don't know where it's going to end, but my man says I recommend you finishing the original. You only played 10%. I believe it.
I'm honestly worried about the game because I understand why they're doing what they're doing. I get it. They're changing the story to try to keep people on their toes, to make them enticed to buy it, because they don't just want to sell the same thing in 3 different parts. So I get it, but it's worrisome because once you start doing this whole parallel reality multiverse nonsense, it takes away all the impact of the characters and what happened to them in the game, in the original. So I mean, I don't know. Did you play the original? You played the original, right? No?
I played some of it. I didn't finish it.
All right. So did you get through all the all the major shit that happens?
I mean, I haven't. Like, it's been spoiled essentially. Not that I'm mad about it or anything. I don't know.
All right, so I could speak freely then. All right, so it's basically like, so this whole rebirth thing. At the end of the first remake game, the fact that you show Zack being alive instead of being dead after being attacked by Shinra's army, that's fucking huge, because that kind of makes you question the entire original game. The whole reason why Cloud adopts Zack's personality was to continue his legacy, and he ended up through Mako poisoning or Mako poisoning. He ended up kind of like adopting this kind of double personality issue, and that's basically the entirety of almost the first half of the game, because you're pretending to, like, until he falls into the live stream and you start going through his memories and realizing, oh shit, it wasn't Cloud who was there, it was actually Zack. Cloud was just a soldier, a regular soldier. Zack was actually the one who was with Sephiroth when it all happened. Like, it makes you wonder, like, all right, so if you're gonna bring Zack alive, so that kind of makes everything that led up to that point is just not gonna that's not gonna be a thing, because Zack is still gonna have Angeal's sword. All of that's gonna be it. So how are you gonna make that make sense? So them showing Zack being alive at the end was like kind of stupid for me. And I just know right off the bat they are going to save this bitch. They are going to save Aerith. They're not going to kill her this time around, and that's going to completely ruin a lot of the middle to ending of the game, because the entire fucking reason the party is like reinvigorated to go after Sephiroth and everything aside from saving the planet is because he killed Aerith in cold blood. So, and she was praying for Holy. So if they keep her alive, like, it just makes you wonder, like, what's the point then? You know what I mean? Like, all these deaths, all these events that happen in 7 will mean absolutely nothing. It will mean fuck all when you have the story being changed. So unless they pull like, oh, these people are going to die, but they're going to die differently, it's like, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? At this point, I'm not viewing this. For me to enjoy this game, I can't view it as 7. I have to view it as like something based in the world,
Yeah, I
but
think it
not
was a
exactly.
poor. I think it was a poor choice to call the first of how many ever sequels this is going to end up being. It was. I think it was a mistake to call it remake.
Yeah, because that made an idea in your head, like, oh, they're just gonna make it a modern version of the classic. But the me seeing Zack alive tells me they're going to most likely keep Aerith alive. And if they keep her alive, it's already stupid bringing Zack alive. So I don't really know what's going to go down. They're going to probably make some sort of love story between Aerith and Zack, give them their happy ending, even though everybody knows they already got their happy ending, just not just in the afterlife, not in the physical world. But they're going to do some fuck all shit, and I'm not going to be happy. So like I said, for me to play this game, obviously I'm going to play it. I'm a Final Fantasy show. I know that, but I have to play it not with the idea of actual true remake, because it's not. Like you said, it should have named it that. It's clearly an inspired by at this point.
Yeah,
They
it's
even
like
bring in
a
at the end of
reboot.
at the end of what do you call it? At the end of Final Fantasy VII remake, the entire ending boss battle, if I'm not mistaken, with Sephiroth is you fight the Whispers, and the Whispers are kind of like physical manifestations of the versions of Sephiroth from the fucking movie. What are their names, man? I don't remember their names. The three versions of Sephiroth in the movie. God, I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah. Well, real quick, thank you so much, yo, fake Pearberry. You're too much, man. Too much. Thank you so much, bro, for the 5. He says we're going from Midgard to the Calm in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. OG Final Fantasy VII is the greatest video game ever. They've said it will be 3 games. Well, maybe. Who knows? With Square, they're kind of sometimes they do right, and sometimes Square does silly shit.
They're gonna milk it. The movie was Advent Children, so like Kadaj and all the other 2 guys like that. They're kind of like, at least from my understanding, they were the final 3 Whisper enemies that you fight before the big bad. But it makes sense that this second version of remake is going to be open world, because at the end of Midgard, at the end of the first game, you do go to the open world. You get to the open map and everything like that. So it kind of makes sense, right, that they would do that with this second game. But I just think that it's going to be a cluster. They're gonna try so hard to be different that it's gonna fuck up anything that was special about the first one. That's just how it is.
Maybe. Real quick, I must correct Alex Versivo, okay? Aerith is not best girl, okay? Jessie is best girl. I don't give a fuck what anyone says, okay? Jessie is best girl.
That's another thing too. Actually, I totally forgot. They made all those people survive too. They made what do you call it? Biggs and Wiggs survive, and Jessie's gonna survive too. So
that's confirmed, because I know that she takes a L.
I think she's gonna live. Honestly, I think they're gonna bring her. I really do. I don't think they're gonna kill her, because they focused too hard on making her a love interest for Cloud in the remake, and I don't know why they did that, but they did. So
Jessie is a queen, okay, guys? I stand by it. Jessie is a fucking queen. She was funny. She was very entertaining. I also like her look. She's cool. But I understand, like, the OGs, they love, either Aerith or Tifa or both.
Right.
But I get it. Yo, Livewire just hates everyone in Final Fantasy VII. God damn, homie.
That's funny.
Yes, Jessie is a female simp, and I love her, okay?
I could see the writing on the wall during remake, though, the entire time, because when Aerith would speak, she was speaking like innuendos, as if she knew what was happening the entire time, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? This is not part from the original game. And then the moment they killed Barrett, I was like, okay, some fuck all shit is going on right now. So, and then they brought Barrett back, obviously. The Whisperers were like, nope, that's not supposed to happen. So,
yeah. I mean, I know a lot of people that are excited for this sequel. Even that have played the original. I don't know how it's going to go if they do change like some like massive staples of that game. Like if you don't kill Aerith, like that is like the most like discussed about thing about that game, and it's spoiled for everyone because of how much it hit like so many longtime fans of that game.
Right.
They changed like really important parts of the story and it's not, it doesn't really seem meaningful in the grand scheme of things, then yeah, it's not a remake. I think at this point they've kind of spilled the beans. I think that them calling the original remake kind of baited people to giving it a shot, because I feel as though if they called it something else and they said, oh, it's not a remake, it's a reboot, I think that would have struck people the wrong way, especially with how beloved Final Fantasy VII specifically is over above all else.
They nostalgia baited.
Yeah, they definitely did. I mean, look, I'm not like a longtime fan of Final Fantasy VII, so what I say doesn't, it's like you could fucking throw me into the wind, right? But I mean, I think it's interesting that there's going to be something different here. I know it's going to probably piss off longtime fans. I get that, and I don't blame you. I think you have the right to voice your displeasure. But I'm interested. I'm not going to lie. I enjoyed the first game. My biggest complaint from the aspect of I've not finished the original game. I'm not like nostalgic for Final Fantasy VII like so many other people are. My biggest like thing that's concerning about what we seen with Rebirth, with this new trailer, is that the game, the combat looks the same. And the thing about the combat is that it was lacking in a lot of areas. It looks like a lot of the same. And if Final Fantasy 16 comes out and it's everything that we think it's going to be, especially the combat, it's going to make Final Fantasy VII Rebirth feel old very fast. Because that gameplay, I think that there's some good aspects of it, but it also just feels kind of like, it doesn't feel free. It feels like it definitely is like it feels like you're still on training wheels, whereas 16 looks like you're free to do some crazy ass shit. So I was hoping maybe with 16 that they would revise their gameplay to feel more free flowing, and to really give you aspects of like in air combat, because they completely flopped on that. But it looks like more of the same. I'm hoping that that's not the case, but that's my biggest concern. So
yeah, the combat is simple considering that it's supposed to be action oriented. It's very safe. It was a very safe combat system because people were already kind of sus about it because they were going away from the turn-based RPG thing, which is obviously was Final Fantasy VII was based in. So when they said action, a lot of people were on a little bit of an edge. But yeah, no, I think it's fine, right? Like it works. It's not like it's trash, but it's not like it's fucking reinventing the wheel here, like 16 probably is. So, but you're right. When 16 comes out, it is going to make the remake look old combat wise, which is sad because I think the remake's gonna obviously come out. Yeah, remake's coming out after 16, so it's like you're coming out after 16 and you're gonna already look like you are you came out before, which is a problem.
Yeah, so the one thing that I heard that made me say, oh my god, there's hope for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is the fact that, so I don't know, have you played Final Fantasy 12 by chance? No, excuse me. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, 12. I get my numbers mixed up.
Which one are you referencing? What's the story?
It's like Star Wars
Damascus
with Final Fantasy.
Yeah. Okay.
So that combat was so like it was for an intellectual. Let's just put it that way. When I played it when I was like 11, I was a dumbass and didn't know what the fuck I was doing, so I didn't get to complete it. But recently, a couple of years ago, I played it on Switch, and it's so much better. It was at least a little bit more smart. It is, and it's not for someone that is just like it's not like for dummy me going through Diablo 4 and just being like, oh, it just plays itself. Like, no, you actually kind of have to know what you're doing at Final Fantasy 12. Yes, the Gambit system. So the devs behind Final Fantasy VII Rebirth said they were like looking at the Gambit system and they're going to implement their version of the Gambit system. And I literally told Red Hood, my homie Red Hood 4K, I was like, yo, if they put in something like Final Fantasy 12's Gambit system in order to kind of tell your people what to do, because that was my biggest complaint with 7. With 7 Remake is the fact that Aerith keeps running into the boss like she's supposed to be attacking them. You dumb fucking cunt. That was my biggest complaint. So if you could actually create a Gambit system to piece out, strategize what your characters are supposed to do, when, in what situation, how, and like how to not act dumb, it would be almost perfect. Besides the aerial combat situations, besides the fact they kind of have it a little bit on rails, like that would make the experience a million times better. That to me is the most enticing thing about Rebirth, a fucking gambit system in Rebirth. So I would like to see how they're going to plan to do that. Because I feel like they might dumb it down, but I don't think dumbing it down would be a bad thing. As long as they do manage to get you to tell your team what to do in a proper way, so they don't do the dumb and have Aerith run and attack the boss like she's not supposed to be a healer.
Actually, going back to Final Fantasy 12 real quick, Final Fantasy 12 was cool because it had some of the best boss fights in the series by far. Even to this day, it's actually it has one of the hardest boss fights ever. I don't know if you know that, but
I didn't know that. I just played it.
Ozzknot is fucking absolutely insane. He is infamous for being one of the hardest bosses in Final Fantasy history. It can take literally fucking like tens of hours to beat him if you don't have a Ozzknot is no joke. If anybody who played Final Fantasy 12 knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I'm saying his name right. I just always called it Ozzknot.
I don't remember. My brain is fucking broken. I just I thought the game was awesome. I love like the Star Wars feel to it. It's not for everyone. That's, I think, the biggest thing that definitely needs to be voiced. It is not for everyone.
Right.
But I'm glad that I went back to it. I'm glad that they did a remaster that actually lets you like run through the game in like ×2 speed.
Yeah, that was cool too. Yep. I have the remaster. It's good.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. I actually do want to go through Final Fantasy X at some point as well. I believe I copped it on PC, so I'll probably run through it on PC.
Right.
But yeah, I think that there's some things with Rebirth that are going to be good, upgrades, but there's also some things that definitely still need to be addressed. But I do hope that with whatever changes they do plan to make, that at least they make a fun game, and that you'll be like, hey man, this fucking game makes these stupid changes, but I had a lot of fun here, and at the end of the day you can go back to the original, right?
Yeah, no, I had fun. I had fun in the remake. Like, just because they made those changes doesn't mean it wasn't fun.
Yep.
I just know, like, if I focus too hard on being that guy who's like, I know Final Fantasy, all the PS Final Fantasies, PS1, I know them like the back of my hand because I played them so much. So I try not to focus so hard on the story being the main draw, and kind of just focus on like, all right, this is cool. This is like a modern revisiting of Final Fantasy VII, even though it's not the same story in the slightest. So. If I don't focus too hard on that, then I can enjoy it. If I focus too hard on that, then I'm like, all right, what the fuck are we doing? And then it gets a little annoying, but
yeah,
it's all right.
I feel you. So, any final thoughts on the Summer Game Fest showcase? I thought it was a solid 7 out of 10. They surprised me with some things. They caught me off guard a little bit with Carpenter.
I was really shocked that see, I don't know, man. It's gonna happen eventually, but like I was really shocked that we didn't get no GTA 6 teaser or anything.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't shocked, but it would have been insane if that would have dropped.
Because that's what I thought he was hinting to. He was like Final Fantasy. I'm like, God damn it.
I think it was good overall. I just don't. I think the gaming state right now is just pretty lackluster.
Yeah.
But it's starting to pick up slightly. It only took them fucking years to do it, but
yep.
It's starting to pick up, and we'll see. I mean, the couple years coming up, 2024, I think is going to be the year where a lot of actually really crazy solid games get released, but we'll see. As of right now, though, yeah, I think 7 out of 10 is all right. It's a good score for that.
Yep. Yeah, I was kind of surprised we didn't see Skate 4. We've known that game's been in development for years, and I was kind of like, that would be like my game that I was hoping for. But I mean, look, they showed me some other things that I didn't even think existed. So, still waiting on Skate 4. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I still say that Witchfire game looked really good, but that's just
me. It did. There was a first person like Western looking, like futuristic Western shooter that looked pretty interesting too. I forget what it's called. But they also showed the Fortnite new season, which, I mean, if you're a Transformer fan, there you go. I'm not much of a Transformer fan, but I'll get the Battle Pass because at this point it's just my to-do. But
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I'm still hoping for Rambo, baby. We'll see. Oh yeah, Twisted Metal, the TV show. What you think about it, Oz? You're a
Oh my
Sweet Tooth
god.
Come
fan.
on, man.
Oh man, I don't like how Sweet Tooth looked.
Nah,
Nah,
looked like
man.
Sweet Tooth to me,
He
huh?
didn't. He did not look menacing. He did not look scary. He looked funny and goofy, and that's not Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth is supposed to fucking be a murderous fucking killing savage that just kills everything. It's like he's kind of like Michael Myers with the cloud mask on. Like if you look his back history, his
What are you trying to
backstory,
say about
it's
Michael,
fucking
bro?
crazy.
What you trying to say about Myers, homie?
Listen, Myers,
Oh
he's in
my
timeout.
god.
Okay, he's in
Oh my
timeout.
god. Look who
He's in
pulls up
timeout
last
right now.
second. Look who pulls up last second. Yo, what up, Blake? Yo, you got something you need to say, homie? You gotta let some bars off, bro?
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm trying to actually get out of here. Oh, there we go. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you
Yes.
dumb bitch.
What's up, you goofy hoes?
We're literally about to end the podcast. Thank you for pulling up at the very tail end.
Oh, damn, that was perfect.
How you feel?
Nah,
All right,
nah,
real quick, in so little words. 2 questions. How you feeling about Street Fighter 6 so far, and Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth? What you think?
Street Fighter 6 is flames. It's amazing. It's great. Come on now. It's beautiful. I love it. I've been having a lot of fun with it. Can't put the damn game down. That's why I'm so tired because I stood up till like 3 o'clock in the morning playing it. But in terms of Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, looks
It looks what? Uh-oh. I think we lost him. Damn! What a
Oh,
cock
fun,
block,
buddy.
bro. It looks, and then he cuts out.
What a dumb bitch. Oh, sorry, I could say that.
He left. All right, guys. Look,
I'm sorry.
I
I could say
really,
that. Sorry.
real quick, shout out to Hypnotic. Really appreciate you pulling up, bro. Want to tell the chat a little bit about what you got going on your show? Oh wait, hold on 1 sec.
Oh, here
Blake,
it goes.
how you feel about Rebirth, bro? We got cock blocked the first time.
Nah, Rebirth looked ridiculous.
Yeah.
It looked amazing. Like the landscape, obviously is gonna be a big game. Like it's coming on 2 discs. That's ridiculous.
Yep.
I'm definitely I can't wait for that game to come out. Hopefully it does actually make it next year. So, so they say.
Early next year. So if not, they'll delay it till middle or the end of next year. But a lot of people, are find these changes that they're making with the game kind of like sus. How do you feel about it? I know that you're a big fan of the OG, but they have made changes with the remake. It's not really a remake, but how you feel about where they're going with Rebirth and your thoughts on that?
I'm not too sure. Like I'm curious to see where they go with it. It seems like in a way, I feel like they're gonna give you an option for it to be something totally different, or you can have the option for it to go the way that the original did. And maybe that won't be the case, but if they did do that, I think that would be cool because you get if you do get the option to have it like the original, then that satisfies those fans. And then if you want something new or different in the experience or reimagining, things went this way or whatever the case may be, you get the choice to see how that would play out. So if they did it like that, that would be cool. That would be cool.
Yeah, definitely.
But
That would appease most,
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's awesome. I don't want to hold you too long because I know I came in really late. My apologies.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's always good to get your thoughts especially since you're big into both, Street Fighter in general, as well as Final Fantasy. But yeah, we are at the end of the show. Really appreciate you pulling up when you did get a chance, though, Blake. Always good to hear what you got to say. Hypnotic, I don't know if you want to tell people, what you kind of got going on your YouTube channel. I posted, your link. I'll post it again. Definitely follow Hypnotic on his YouTube channel. Good dude, man. He loves games. He talks about all sorts of stuff. But tell him yourself, bro. What you got going?
Yeah. I mean, I do typical pop culture stuff. I talk about some world events and whatnot, and just overall what's going on in entertainment and life as a whole. So I mean, if you're into that kind of thing, you want to talk about how stupid people are being and how the entertainment sector is pretty much controlled by narcissists. You can come check me out on Hypnotic. It's Hypnotic with 2 C's because some dick stole the one with 1 C's, so I wasn't able to actually use that. And yeah, I mean, I do some gaming stuff every now and then when I can. It's hard finding time, and I release like 3 videos a day every single day for the last year. And yep, come check me out. It's a lot of fun. Thank you, Cassie, for having me. Of course, it was awesome being here. And yeah, if you like that kind of stuff, check me out.
Definitely, man. I end up being on your Saturday night podcast as much as I possibly can. I mean, it's a fun, crazy time. Just a bunch of juvenile delinquents purposely breaking all the rules. And I think YouTube is busting your balls over it now.
Oh yeah. I'm looking at my numbers. My recommendations are going way down right now because YouTube's like, you're talking about drag queens? Nah, bro. We need to stop that. So yeah, they're not happy, but it's okay. We're gonna keep going.
Yep.
Keep doing our thing.
Yep. But yeah, thank you so much for being on the pod. Yo, TJ, thank you so much for being on, bro. Any final thoughts you want to say? Anything you want to say to the chat? New YouTube channel?
Yeah. So I'm going to finish playing Inside. I still have Alan Wake installed. I don't know if I'm going to finish. I don't know if I'm going to finish that at any point. And then
Come on, man, you can do it. It's a good game.
Final Fantasy is on the way. So once I get my hands on that, everything is null and void. So let's just get ready.
Got you. Any final thoughts you want to say to the chat, Blake? You know you were here late, but hey.
I can't wait to play Street Fighter.
You're just like, well, I woke up to go play more Street Fighter. I don't know why I'm here. I should be playing Street Fighter pretty much. Oz, any final thoughts you want to say to the chat?
I'm excited for Sunday. I'm being optimistic.
Good luck.
Oh yeah. I wish for nothing, and I fear for the worst, and I brace for impact.
Starfield, it's just like the game. They'll show us like live gameplay, and the person flying
I don't give a shit about
plane
Starfield.
will fucking crash land.
I'm telling you right now, as soon as the regular thing turns off, I'm not watching Starfield. I give no fucks. Don't care at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Once again, I would like to quote my kind of died. Fuck Hulk Hogan.
Word. Fuck Hulk Hogan.
Fuck that guy.
RIP, man. RIP. Real quick, guys. Thank you guys so much. KRG literally dropped fucking channel memberships like the Rakandia in the chat. Thank you so much, bro. You're too kind. Overcooked, obviously. Thank you so much for upgrading membership. Thank you, everyone that's a channel member. Thank you also for the super chats, guys. You guys are far too kind, man. Real quick, I do want to give a shout out to all the channel members. It's quite a list now. Thank you so much, everyone that's contributed in any way, shape, or form. Be your time, gift memberships, or just hitting the like button really helps me out a lot. Shout out to Hustle and Motivate, Art Carry, Get This Work, AB Limits, Alex vs. Evil, RC Scott, John Shepard, Orange Hat Reviews, Gray Early, Admiral Teague, Hargeet Chennai, Words of Paradise, Damon's Ghost, Tokyo TCTV, Adriano Italiano, Deathmaster234, Butch Luffy, Retromania. It booted me. Retromania. I'm Man Rich Swaggler, Talus Ree, 5 Izzy 5, Fake Pear Bear, Livewire 4K, Arc 0606, Tatsu Sama, General Vague, Sandor, Clagon, Jenna, Catania, Overcooked Octopus Feet, Saad Al Sabah, Jason Holt, Quack, Fire God, Lemonade King, aka the motherfucking Lemonade King. Tired your name changes, damn it.
AKA Leon Kennedy's lover.
Leon Kennedy's bottom.
That's right.
Cannoli Sasquatch, Goodall, One Bay, Astro Cyborg, KRG, Rezi, The Nobody, Super Kitty, I love that name. Super Kitty
Super Titty?
FTW, motherfucker.
I thought you said Super Titty.
All
right,
oh
my
my
bad.
god. Well, I mean, some people would feel that way about a cat. I mean, what?
Hey.
Sanguine, Tails, Bob MCP3, excuse me, Sonny Turner, Copa Catania, Jacob Golf, City Navo, Luxury Nostalgia, TGAP Steve. Guys, channel members, join the Discord. I posted a new Discord link in the channel membership, so you can go to the channel membership on my YouTube account and join through there and be a part of the growing Discord server. It is crazy, it is fun, it is entertaining overall. And yeah, guys, tune in. I got a video I'm sure coming out. I'm going to start working on it shortly after this. Thank you guys so much for pulling up. Goodall, General Vague, Astro Cyborg, Alex vs. Evil, the usual suspects, man. Nuke Dukem. Thank you so much, guys. Words of Paradise. Too many people to list off, man. Livewire 4K. Oh my god. Fake Bear. Guys. Arc. Thank you guys so much. Really appreciate y'all. If you haven't hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We in here for the long haul. We fighting a good fight, man. But I'll see you guys next time. All right, guys. Without being said, we are out. Peace.
Later.
Later.
Don't die.